And welcome in, everyone, for another Divergent Dice D&D evening. This time with the For Fate's Sakes group. And boy, we have an adventure in for you guys today. Yeah, so many things happened. I'm gonna take it over to not me for someone to recap what all that was, because it's such a ride getting these recaps.
I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing. This is the only game I take notes in, and I feel bad every time.
We're here for it.
You are the glue that holds us together.
My internal thoughts as I write these notes. Okay, so we're still at the hag house, and Kiwash wandered away from the girl dog, muttering and was sad. He tried to reach out to Bodrin, but he got brushed off, which was rude. Also super sad. But then Kiwash felt someone else like sort of listening in, but he didn't reach out because Ki is a sad boy. So he was like, well, that sucks. So then out of the air, we witnessed like a shimmering area appear where like this seam formed and a figure emerged saying he means us no harm, but that's what they all say. So then he followed it up by saying he was Casimir. And that he had heard Kiwash. Yay! Now I know who the creepy listener stalker was. But he informed us he didn't appreciate how the hag's victims had died. Jinx remembered Kaz from the encyclopedia as a death shepherd, aka Death Daddy. And Grizzle recalled Kaz, but couldn't quite make out the connection to any religious teachings. Probably why Grizzle had to find a new god. Kaz agreed to help try to restore the victims' lives and bodies if Kiwash promised to not use any of his divine powers for any undead purposes. Kiwash agreed, and Kaz brought them all back. Yay, Hearts, Death Daddy, Jinx, and Kaz Daddy forever. It's okay, it's like written all in my notebook. Okay. I didn't play any MASH games. I did make a note to go back and do that because, you know,
I can get you some alone time with the NPC if that's required.
We all saw the upgraded version, okay? All right, so the group decided to take the newly alived peeps back to town.
I'm moister than an oyster.
Jinx continued to play with the new puppers, PB, Pupica Bones, and as we traveled down the path, Grizzle and Ogre found like a whole bunch of really large boulders that were blocking the path. But nobody wanted Jinx to just go down to the river and just ask them politely to not have boulders there. So after some chitting and some chatting, well, we decided we were just going to sit and rest instead and then go figure out whoever was responsible for the boulders. Once we woke up, we went down to the river. And as we got closer, surprise! Trolls popped out, as they do, near water and bridges. And then so Jinx popped out lots of owls instead. And then they also got to meet Consort Little Nim, which was exciting for everybody. And with our powers combined and the unstoppable nuke, we killed the trolls. Goodly. Really goodly. The group saw what seemed to be like a ship on the horizon, but it like disappeared. To some, it appeared to be like a weird construction. Maybe it was the sea. Maybe it was sea people in a sea boat. Or it was underwater people in a not so underwater boat. Unsure of what it might have been. Nothing a bit of totem boon can't fix, though. So Nuke and Jinx determined it must have been Sahagin? I still don't know if I spelled it correctly, but I think it's pronounced Sahagin. And then Ki and Grizzle had a heart-to-heart before the Nighty Nights about their gods and who to follow, because again, they're sad boys who had to change gods. So there you go.
Nailed it. Does anyone else want to add anything to that very cohesive, very much no embellishment or dramatic interpretation of events reading?
I believe there was at one point that these boulders were described as Buicks. Just wanted to point that out.
That is true. They were Buick boulders. You are correct.
Isn't Sahagin a residence up at Western?
No, it's a boat.
Okay.
They're on a boat and... Okay.
All right.
But that's
so-
where we were. I think we were sleeping, and then we were deciding on
Yep.
where we were gonna go.
Yep, you guys are like on the beach on your way back to Dusk Shore. Some of you set up in the tiny hut, some of you sleeping outside.
Oh yes, there's too many of us. So
Yeah, with the newly
Jinx.
alived peoples.
Jinx and her puppers, and then Ogre, Grizzle. We were all outside.
Mhm.
And
So
I
was
think
Nuke,
Nuke.
wasn't he?
Yeah, Nuke. Yeah, I think Nuke was.
Nuke was outside too.
Yeah.
He's not gonna let people be outside and him not be outside. If that's the tough job.
Oh yeah, because we made jokes about what was it like you skimming in like the turtle shell in the waves or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he also did that. Yeah, he also swam in the water alongside to keep an eye out for if we were hunted by any toboggans.
Yep, Boggins.
I knew there were toboggans.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so here for it.
But the water was it hadn't frozen enough, so there was no place we could toboggan. So we came up
it's
short.
like there's 3 different definitions of that word on this phone call alone. So, all right,
Of what? Toboggan?
yeah,
You mean the hat?
nope,
The boat.
nope.
Not the
answer's A.
hat.
Not the hat.
Got it.
The sled. So, you guys have this rest on the beach. You guys had all kind of packed it in after this heart-to-heart with Kivosh and Grizzle. And Jinx cuddled up with her new puppy, PB.
Yep.
Not to be confused with like one of the dog kids or cat kids or kid cats.
Yeah,
kid
the
dogs.
cat kids and the
Just a,
girl
this one's
dogs.
just a straight up dog.
Yep, kid cat and girl dog.
Yep.
What's up?
What's
dog?
up, dog?
Oh!
All right.
Excellent. Excellent.
So if you haven't already, you can mark off a long rest. You guys are probably maybe like 6 hours or so outside of Dusk Shore at this point. As you like wake up,
Okay.
as the hut comes down, you see no sign of any other creatures on the beach. Whatever that ship was, you don't see any recurrence of it through the night as you guys kind of periodically keep some watch.
And did I have time to complete my copying of a 3rd level spell into my spellbook?
Yeah, because you did half the previous night, right?
That's right.
Yep, you would.
Okay,
finish
yay! I have a new 3rd level spell.
it. Excellent. More of Jinx's gold disappears.
No, I gave him enough, didn't I? I like pre-provided.
Yeah, we're calling that Jinx's gold.
It's like a loan. She paid him up front.
Oh.
Except she's got 100% interest rate.
Yeah, there weren't any sharks in the water. Oh,
I don't ask questions about where the gold came from.
So, you guys are about 6 hours. I think you guys had said previously you were just heading straight back with these newly alived people to get them out of your care. And the goal was to use the vial that you had found, or that Jinx found, to fix Sam.
Tusker found it.
Oh, Tusker found it to fix Sam. Yep. Can I get a perception check as you guys make your way back? Wow.
You see everything.
Yeah, that I
every
rolled his
plane,
area.
every
I know, it's like I rolled his area. I should have rolled his too.
Casual 29. Well,
No big deal. It's
yeah,
fine.
Jinx sees all of the maps that I prepared for the rest of the session. No,
it's just like when we were playing in Texas.
looking through kind of through the waves that are crashing to your left as you walk back to town. And looking ahead, Jinx, you see, looks like it's a pretty clear day. There's a bit of like fog that kind of hangs off of the side of the escarpment leading down to the shoreline. But it looks pretty clear ahead of you. The odd time looking out over the water, you do catch just like the faintest like glimpse of something that looks like that ship, like at the extreme like distance at the horizon. Always seems to just be there for like a moment. If it wasn't for the fact that you rolled a 29, like you never notice it. Doesn't seem to be coming closer. Like you spot it a few times on your walk back to town, just kind of like periodically like, oh, yeah, there it is again. But it's like I said, as far out as the horizon is, which Lucas has that number for how many miles it is at sea level with nothing in the way. He's looked at it before. I'm sure he'll tell me again in the future.
With certain atmospheric effects, you can see beyond the horizon.
Those aren't at play.
With a 29, they are.
Yeah.
And with that, you guys kind of continue to stride up, and if you're not doing anything of note, you'll make your way back to Dusk Shore. You have about a 6-hour trek.
It's about 4.5 kilometers, by the way. Which is like 2 and change in freedom units.
It's almost 3. 2.75
Yeah,
or something.
2.8.
2.8. Got it.
You can see.
That's not that far.
No. It's not.
For somebody with my perception.
I'm sorry that you can't see around the curvature of the Earth.
You think I'd be better than that?
I would.
Is this Earth that we're on?
No.
oh my god. Is this group going to be like flat earthers? Because I'm so here for it.
We're on Discworld.
I'm so here for it. You get shunted to the future flat. It's flat.
It was round, but now it's flat.
Yeah.
Right.
That doesn't seem like something Nuke would believe in.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, the world revolves around Nuke, so clearly it's round.
So, anything that you guys want to get up to on the walk, or just?
You guys see that boat? There it is. Oh, never mind.
The sled?
No, it looked like a boat. It's gone now, though. Okay.
Well, which way did it go?
I don't know. I'll tell you when I see it again.
An hour
I didn't
goes
see
by,
anything.
you see it again, and like,
There it is.
We're traveling and we see it again?
Well, I see it again periodically
Just
as
in
we
case
walk.
it becomes pertinent, Grizzle and Ogre are just gonna, range up ahead and then range on the flank and then range in the bat, right? They're just gonna do like crescents constantly.
yeah, you don't have a ton of like width to work with.
Yeah.
The shoreline.
Well, he's
but you can go forward and back.
I'm sure Ogre has 4-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah, he's not gonna go in the water
Mhm.
because F that noise.
So, as you guys make your way back, Jinx, the ship, if that is what it is that you're seeing on the horizon, seems to continue west, the same direction you're going.
Towards the town?
Yeah, like west, whether it's
Oh.
going towards the town or not, who knows, but it's definitely going west out in the ocean.
There it is again. Oh, it's gone.
Are you sure you're seeing what you think you're seeing?
Yeah, it was the same sea boat,
Oh,
water thing. It's going in the same way we are, though.
is Dust Shore a port town? Like, is there a sizable port there? Does anyone remember?
Yeah. Remember the whole side of it was open with the sharks and the nom.
Yeah. But could you, I don't know, moor a ship that size?
Well, if it's a water boat, I think it could probably be a number of sizes.
Yeah.
water
I
boat?
just meant if can Dust Shore handle a ship that size? Is all I'm asking.
I think, like, mechanically, Grizzle, like, you'd think there probably would be a spot for, like, a good-sized ship at Dusky Shore.
Yeah, I only remember the battle map, right? So I didn't see like a lot of like mooring slots for like a schooner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there
So I
would
was just
definitely
curious if
be
there was
spots.
other areas.
Yeah, there would be spots where you could moor a fairly large ship.
Well, I think it was just broken down, but there were like more docks like out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we just
like
didn't-
yep. I only saw like the battle map, so I didn't know if there was like other areas that we didn't, battle on that had spots for
Battling.
seagoing vessels.
Oh, see, I was like, what? Okay.
We didn't see your isometric sea level map.
Yeah. As Chekhov would say, unclear vessels.
Oh, it hurts. Okay. So, you guys make your way back into the town, same way you left through the kind of east shoreline gate. First thing you notice as you kind of just get into the town proper, things are a lot more orderly now. The like
Dang, already?
kind of celebratory, cacophony that was going on the first time seems to have resolved itself. And with Butters back in town, things seem to be getting kind of restored to some sense of normalcy. You can see that what looks to be a good number of the factions that were the Scrap Rats and the Broken Fang have become kind of general contractors and are working at, building a more substantial wall, building gates, repairing homes, building net new homes. You can see probably the biggest construction project is the scrap yards, where it was kind of that big bizarre kind of like atmosphere where there was just tables and booths like haphazardly set up everywhere. Seems like it's being deconstructed, and most of the materials are going back into like homes and shops and to make it a livable place more than just a place of work.
Do we get harassed by any assholes as we're coming in? Like,
Nope.
you know how there's always like those two stooges? Okay.
No, those guys you would remember were the raiders.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that they're like
You
either
see,
dead
like-
or run out of town.
yeah, like you see some of the workers who are working on like what would eventually be like this eastern gate, like kind of like give you like a nod as you like come back. You guys are notable now. People know what you did here. So you're not, famous, but you certainly are like known, especially this recently, for your accomplishments here.
Cool.
So where are you guys headed in Dusk Shore?
To Butters for the Kid Cat,
Okay. So you guys are
right? Right?
Yeah. Let's finish Let's get this thing out of our hair, or these people and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah, we gotta drop off the newly alived peeps.
Yeah. We got an entourage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put you on this map so it's a bit more like representative.
Oh, okay. We'll jinx.
Yeah, fix it. So, as you guys make your way through town to the office building that you left Butters in, you
Are there
see-
other people on this map?
like these ones, you mean? Here?
No, I mean like the rest of the party.
Yeah, they're over here.
What?
I can
Oh,
see
they're
everybody.
hiding.
But as you make your way through town, you start to see a bit more commerce like taking place in like a normal sense, not a shakedown sense. People are like bartering. There's, food stands that are like set up where people are like selling bread. Kivosh, it probably resonates most with you. You hear the like telltale sound of like a cart being like pulled through the street, and you like spin expecting to see that corpse collector going through the streets again, only this time same guy, cart filled with produce, not bodies.
I wonder if he cleaned the cart first.
I would assume he did and not ask questions.
Okay.
But you make your way to the office where Butters is, and you see outside on the kind of like front step, you see the boy like stretched
Sam.
out, like lying on his back, like in the sun, just kind of like rolling around.
Oh. Hi, Alice.
Does anyone want to tell him that he's got a couple minutes left if he needs to lick his balls for the last time?
Oh, we gotta go find the kitty cat.
What do you mean we gotta go find the kitty? What?
The kitty cat is the boy.
Yeah. But aren't they gonna be together?
I think Tusker has the book. I don't read it. He reads it. Wait, can I try to read it? I could try to read it.
So this is a book of. So I've got the book of spells, but there's also a book of. So this is how to do the reverse body swap. Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes.
I think Grizzle was asking how it works.
Oh no, it was more if that's the boy, shouldn't the cat be around here somewhere? Like I hope the god Butters like kept them both together. We don't have to go now find this fucking cat. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'll send Ogre to find the cat. It'll be very, very bad.
So you guys heading inside, or what's the plan here? Are you going
Sure.
for a cat?
Sure. No, I mean we'll head. If that's where we think the cat's gonna be, or whatever.
Well, that's where you left it. You left it with
Sure.
Butters.
I'm assuming that the doors aren't ogre size, so
No, they're
we'll
not.
leave him out. We'll leave him outside.
You see, as like you guys kind of start to like file in and step over what you know to be Alice the cat. Alice eventually like kind of like rolls and stretches enough to like pay attention to Ogre, and like immediately like dashes inside as soon as one of you opens the door.
Perfect. Checkmate.
As you guys head in, there's a ton of people in this like office building house now. You see like what looks like a bunch of like clerks. You see some of the people seem to have made their way here from the Dreamer's Rest mountain kind of shelter. You see Alara, who would probably be who you would most recognize, especially you, Jinx, having had some conversations with her. and you see Butters sitting at a desk, like flipping through papers, signing things, with a cat sitting on the table, being like, "What's that one for?" Mate, you sign a lot of papers. What's that one for? Can I do one? Can I sign that one? And you just see like Butters like not even phased, just like flipping through as the cat continues to talk to him like every single time.
Hello.
Oh. Back, eh?
I think so. Looks like it.
How'd you fare?
We're alive.
Would have been harder to come back if you weren't, I suppose.
This is true. Hey, Sam.
Hmm?
Where's your kitty cat? Do you want to find her? We have a present.
Okay. You see, like, the cat just, like, it jumped down from the desk that Olden's working on. Start patting around. You see, at this point, Alara kind of, like, gasping, like, "Oh, God." As she, like, boots Alice, like, who's, like, tangled through her feet. She, like, full on trips, catches herself. I think it's bad with a real cat. You should see it with this. You hear like Sam the cat like put a paw up. Found her.
Are there special rules for this task? Do we do it here? Is there like, what do we do?
Now it's you, Tusker.
Sorry. I was not paying attention.
You're okay. Are there instructions for this spell to switch them back, or did they just drink it?
Well, I'll have to. I did do the comprehend languages when reading that book in the first place, but I suppose I'd have to do it again in order to get the precise instructions for the procedure right now.
I think I shared them with you. I probably sent them to you in Roll20 though, because it wasn't a whole lot. That would take me forever to find them, so I'm going to say that you are aware of how to administer the vial and its contents. It's not a
Without
spell
having to
per
recast?
se to undo it.
Just a procedure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll relay those instructions then. Or do you want me to perform the task?
By all means.
I'd be happy to. So whatever the task is, I'll grab those vials and...
You guys just like do it, like no explanation, just like doing the procedure.
Okay, I'll explain in advance.
Sam
what
and
the
Alice are
procedure
just
is.
like hanging out on the floor,
Yeah.
the middle of the mayor's office. I love this.
So
I'm
what's
here
gonna
for it.
happen is, yeah!
What's the present?
Hold still and you'll find out.
All right, so
Well, since we're not entirely clear on what the procedure is,
yeah, the procedure ostensibly is that you take the vial, you split its contents in two for each of the affected individuals to consume. Half of, they have to be in close proximity to each other, and then their minds go back into their original bodies.
and is this vial to be drunk, or poured over them? Okay. And
Drank.
do we believe this is attractive for a cat to devour?
I mean, probably like I don't know about taste, but I think the bigger thing is like it would have a difficulty drinking out of the vial, so you probably have to like pour it. Now the good news is the cat is the one who is kids like mentality.
You need
True enough.
Alice to drink it.
Yeah, so I'll need assistance. I guess convincing the
Sure thing.
person
Say when.
who so maybe one of you can grab the hands of Sam.
Jinx looks way too happy about this.
I totally have it covered. Just give me the half that Alice is meant to ingest.
Okay. Well, here's your vial then to give to Alice.
Say when. I'll walk over to Alice.
And we've got to bring them close together.
Sam the cat is there
I'm,
as
like-
well.
Petting at the hair of like the boy or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam. On the count of 3, we'll get you both to drink the contents of these vials.
So I just like open
And-
my like mouth really wide. You just have to like pour it in. I can't hold it. My
Yep.
paws.
Just swallow it right away. Yeah. I'll pour it in there.
Okay, so
And
Sam the cat is like ready to go. Alice the boy is like, distracted by Jinx. What's your plan, Jinx, to get
Oh, I wait
Alice
for
to-
2.
You wait for 2?
Yeah, he said he's gonna count to 3 and then they drink. I'm gonna wait for 2.
Okay.
all right. So here we go. And we got them close together, close
Yep.
enough, according to the instructions
Yep.
for this procedure
Yep.
to work. All right then. Here we go. 1, 2.
I grab the boy's nose for them to open their mouth
Yeah.
and I wait for 3 and chunk it in.
Okay. And I'll pour it into the cat's mouth while we do this.
So yeah, mechanically you
and
like dump it in like no problem. As like
And
you
do the
hear
like throat rub thing so like she has to swallow.
Yeah. You see like the boys, air quote, like arms and legs just start like flailing around as he like tries to like claw at you, Jinx. It's like mix of like clawing, thrashing. Sam the cat drinks down the vial without any issue. And then like in this like split second, their like behaviors entirely swap. Tusker, you're getting like clawed at and like mangled.
Yeah.
And Jinx, Sam's like, let go.
I wasn't holding him.
Oh, you let go of his nose now? You were just like, he had swallowed.
Good
thing
and
I
then,
brought
like,
Tough elephantine hide.
oh, that's weird. It's like I moved across the room.
You did. You were there. Now you're here.
I'm much taller now.
Aren't you though? Not as soft though. We should get you a bath,
That would be great.
wouldn't it? You're a bit sunburned, you know?
I also, he like looks like his shirt's like just in like tatters from like rolling around on the ground and like rubbing up against everything. He's like, I think I need new clothes too.
It's probable.
With that, you see like Alice the cat now like has like calmed down Tusker. It has stopped like trying to claw you to shreds. Mostly because she like looks at you and like this look of like, you weren't the person who was attacking me a second ago. And she like turns to look at you, Jinx, and like lets out that like big hiss. Is like, he like puffs up, like does the like annoyed cat walk away. Sam looks up at you. She doesn't mean it.
I know. She loves me.
Did we figure out if Sam's got parents?
Ah.
I think you did, and the answer was no.
Okay.
I think he shared that when he was like, basically like handling, and Craig scooped him up.
Well, Butters also confirmed that there used to be like like a orphanage of sorts
Yeah.
that basically got like
Yeah.
everyone got kicked out and
It was like a YMCA for kids.
So you're saying the kids were all village people?
Yes.
So do we know if Sam's staying with like Butters, for instance, or if Sam has a place to stay? Staying with Butters?
Sam doesn't have a place to stay. You guys had arranged with Butters that Butters had said he took care of him when he was still here, like made sure that he got enough to eat and that like, you know, he didn't live with Butters before though.
Got it.
But I mean, you could propose that if you wanted. Butters was willing to take care of him as a cat kid, so
Yeah, I'll wait for Butters to like have a moment.
yeah, Butters is
And
like
if I-
having a moment right now. Is like,
see,
oh,
we did it. No more
So
Kit Kat.
kind of gonna miss the little guy talking at me on my desk.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
you want the
about
cat to be
that,
talking to you?
I don't really need the cat talking to me, but Sam's
It's
got a pretty good head on his shoulders.
It seems that Sam's got nowhere to live, so he could use some shelter, maybe some guidance.
I cast guidance on Sam.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking about there, Kivash. Top to our business. Any chance you could take him in, like full time?
Well, I mean, now that I don't have as many people living with me, I guess so. A lot of the other people that were
Hands-
living with me at the mountain are going back to their own homes.
I slow drop sprinkle like 50 gold onto the top of his desk. Maybe that'll help with his room and board. Maybe get him, some linen.
You see, like, Olden kind of like give a couple blinks at you, like, well, I'll make sure he gets the education and shelter and everything and all the help he needs. I can't take that though. For you guys have done a lot. You saved us from the goblins on the mountain. You dealt with Krega. You risked your life to
Yeah.
fix a kid and a cat.
But that's what we do.
What
This is
else would
just
we
'cause
do?
This is just because you can't conjure food and stuff out of thin air. Quiet, Tusker. And as he grows, he's going to cost you an arm and a leg. This will at least, cover some of it.
An arm and a leg are worth 50 gold here?
No, Jinx, put the saw
I've got
away.
some ideas.
Do I get the impression that Jinx is fucking with me?
Roll insight.
The real
Roll
question is, when isn't
insight.
she?
Jinx, roll the appropriate one and whisper me.
Boy.
Hard to say. I mean, Jinx is really hard to read. You're not sure if she's being honest, being, a little bit coy, somewhere in between. You have no idea.
Nuke like
which is almost more
points-
concerning.
Nuke points to the gold and then points at the guy, and he's like, "Take the gold and take care of the boy." No laugh, and then just kind of like gives him a stern look, and kind of like walks away a little bit.
Okay, well, I can't thank you enough for all you guys have done here. We'll make use of it. Is that a Jinx question or an area question?
It's a Jinx question. So, since you're feeling so giving and so kind-hearted, do you want to take these other people off our hands? We sort of collected them along the way, and we don't know who they are or where they belong.
Well, they were from here.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we know where they're supposed to go.
Here.
No, the guy literally said he was homeless.
Well, then
Well, now
we
he
can.
lives here.
Then we can essentially drop them off anywhere, really.
I know, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
like maybe Butters here can like help out, give him a job, find them like a place to stay. There's a little girl too, with her dog.
Yeah, Butters, are you feeling generous? Would you like to adopt a son, a daughter, and a brother?
Yeah, but he seems sad. He just said he was missing all the people who used to live with him. Now here's more people. You're welcome.
It turns out that the hags had more victims.
The real friends were the people we forced to come with us along the way.
Do you have to switch them back too?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, I mean, we can find spots and jobs for the old man. We can make sure that the girl is safe and well cared for. Maybe she has parents here. We can at least look and see what we can find out. If she doesn't, I'll take her in too.
Perfect. Hey, totally random question. We thought of this and like just a random chance that we remembered it. Really, it's Nuke. He's so smart. So, as we were walking, there's this like I don't know, like a water boat, or like a sea boat, like way out on the horizon. Nuke, what'd you call it?
Was it like, you see that Nuke's not really paying attention? He's just like heard the word parents a bunch, and he's just kind of like sobbing a little bit, a little teary-eyed, off on his own. Kind of like walked away after he like made the guy promise to take care of the boy.
Noah.
I believe he said it was a Sahagin.
Yeah. Those things.
What?
Do-
I got something in both my eyes. What? What? A toboggan.
Oh, do you need some help? And I'll like walk over to Nuke and be like, try to.
You're blowing in his face? Is that what you're trying to...
It is eyeballs.
He said he had something in his eyes.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Nuke just like pauses for a minute and then goes, I'm closing Jinx's eyeballs back. He doesn't know what's happening. He just like gives the
Great.
thumbs up, like.
You've each,
Butters is like looking at this like.
you've each blown in each other's
That saved
eyeballs.
us.
According to Dust Shore law, you are now married.
Yeah. Like,
I don't think that's the kind of blowjob Dust Shore's talking about, Grizzle.
yeah. Olden's just
I-
like. What the-
I certainly hope not.
Sorry. Ship. Did you say
Yep.
Sahagin?
I didn't.
Yeah.
He did.
Toboggan.
You see him like look at you, Nuke, and like immediately look at Kivosh. Sahagin, was it?
Yeah, Shawagin.
Yeah, swaddling.
Nope, never heard of him.
Fishman. Fishman.
Shaman.
You know?
I think it was Shaman.
Nuke is the
Don't
one that
squeeze them.
first. I was just around when he saw them. They're like fish people,
You know-
right?
Yeah. Nuke says toboggan again, but then gives like a very accurate description of what clearly is a Sahagin, even though he's calling it wrong.
You see, like, Butters, like, yeah. I mean, I've never seen them around here, but, like, I've heard of them from sailors and people that used to come to the shore, like traders.
Are they bad?
I mean, they're... I guess it really depends on your perspective. They sometimes attack ships and will have killed and stolen. They kind of
So bad.
act as pirates, but they're intelligent on all accounts. So perhaps they aren't all bad.
Hear that, guys? We're safe. None of us are ships.
You're not wrong.
Well, I saw one headed this way earlier. Well, maybe not this way, but in this direction. But you said there's nothing to worry about, so it's okay.
Yeah, I've not known them to ever attack a settlement. At least not one like here. Maybe like a raid along the shoreline or something, but a settlement like this is... I've never heard of any attacks.
Are they friends with water trolls?
I don't know what a water troll is.
No, big scary troll-looking things that jump out of water. Obviously.
Yeah, Nuke like looks at Jinx and then looks it back at him. Duh.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Not
Do you
that I'm
know
aware of.
who would? Is there somebody that knows more about things than you know?
Can
Preferably about other things that you don't know?
Can I attempt to draw a crude description of what Kivash might recall as what the water trolls look like?
Sure. Do you have... If you don't have artist supplies,
I don't.
do like a performance check. Pretty good.
So quit your raids of
Terrifyingly
water
accurate,
trolls.
considering it was right in his face, beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah.
He's like, well, that certainly sounds like a troll.
It was.
And you say it came out of the water?
And the Buick rocks.
Certainly sounds like it could be a water troll.
Nuke again like slaps Kivosh really hard on the back in what he thinks is a friendly gesture. He means, this little one fought them all.
Yeah, sure did. Still sore.
In answer to your question, do people know more than me? Yeah, lots of people know more things than me. About lots of things that I don't know.
No, here. Somebody else we could talk to here.
About Sahagin
Oh,
and
my
trolls?
Lanta.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think at this point, most people will know more than him. And then Nuke like realizes he said that out loud, and he just kind of like,
I would... I mean, the people that have the most information and deal in information would be the masks. Perhaps one of their number would know more.
When he says the mass, I shoot a hard look at Tusker.
What?
Don't set them on fire.
So does Nuke. Just because Nuke has no idea what's going on. He just thinks it looks fun. Yeah, Tusker.
She was going to attack you.
Are
She
the
was
masks
sneaking.
still operating like normal?
Yes, with some agreements in place.
Interesting. So we just need to go talk to whatever his name was with the whatever biblical sounding daughter's name.
Yeah, refer back to your notes.
I will.
Judan and
Yeah.
Nazari.
It wasn't that, but I'll take it.
Judan was correct.
Judon was correct.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So, yeah, if you wanted to, the recommendation would if you wanted more insight as to those creatures, you could go and hit the masks.
Nazare
Nazareth.
and Judon. It's Judas of the Nazarene. Sorry.
Well, again, I don't know how to thank you for all that you've done. Once you get whatever information you're looking for, stop by again before you leave town if you are deciding to leave. You're certainly welcome here as long as you need.
We're for sure leaving. Yeah. And I'll use Gift of Gad and be like, we would totally stay here. It sounds like a lovely city, but you know, we need to go help others elsewhere.
Do you want to send it to the chat, just so that the players know? Who are you affecting with it? Is it just him, or are you affecting?
Yep. Nope, just him.
So the rest of you like see Jinx and hear Jinx say like, "We are totally leaving, like getting the fuck out of this place," and then you see like Olden's face be like a little bit taken aback, and then you hear Jinx just like answer again, like, "Yeah, we'd love to stay, but like, you know, there's so many things, gotta save the world, stuff like that." And you seem like, "Yeah, with like clearly no recollection for what was said the first time. Mark off that 2 gold.
Yep.
It's the only way I'm gonna burn through your gold.
Of the 50 million that she probably has.
41,000.
This guy seems pretty spacey, no? Oh well.
Good thing he's not in charge.
Was that Nuke? Was that Nuke also trying to cast Gift for Gad? You're a complete.
No, he
fuck
just
up.
like,
I mean,
yeah.
I like your desk. Did it work?
No, it's just like watching this man be like, you could say it, and then just like, oh yeah, just like, it's basically his polite way of saying, this guy seems like an idiot.
Oh my god.
So, to the masks then?
Yeah, don't we have to go see the Dawn?
Yep. Sure do. Nuke, you're so smart.
Don't call me unstoppable for nothing. All
I
right.
know.
And Nuke like starts kind of leading the way, and you just hear Dawn.
All right, so you guys are making your way over to the tavern.
Yep.
Walking fast. And we're
Wherever
homebound.
Nuke is leading us.
I think Nuke's trying to take you back to the mast, right?
Yeah.
Now, is Nuke try and go the way that you guys got in the first time? Or are you trying to find a way to come in the way that you came out?
Down the
Oh no, Nuke
slide?
is very simple. He'll just go the way that the only way he knows, which is the way we went in last time.
Okay. Yeah, so you go into the bar. Different bartender. This time.
Nuke walks up to the bartender and gives him the old. He says, "I'm here to see the Dawn," and then just stares at him.
What?
I can't remember. Was Jinx in the bar in horse form at one
was-
point?
Like
No.
outside. On the
She
rails
Outside,
couldn't
yeah.
get into the bar.
Yeah, I'll leave Ogre outside again, but we're in constant telepathic communication. So if something happens.
Nuke just like immediately spins around. He's like, "It's a waste of time, guys. He doesn't know where the Dawn is."
Can we talk to Judon, please?
The bartender's eyes like super narrow at you, like as you just like come in and name drop like Judon in the middle of the bar.
That was very
Uh,
nice. I said please. We're old friends. We're just returning for another exchange.
Roll me a persuasion check. It's a pretty low DC. I'll explain why depending on how well you roll.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
You see him like lean in. It's like, you were the weird horse sparkle gold lady, right?
Yep, that's me.
All right. Get on the stools.
Okay. Join me on the
Nuke,
stools,
like-
friends.
Bangs his fist on the counter. Well, of course you tell her.
Okay, hop on a
You
stool.
got him talking, Nuke. He was scared of you.
I'll hop on a stool.
You loosened him up. Jinx got the information we needed.
And you see him like reach under the
Yeah.
bar, hit a thing.
Mhm.
You guys all like tumble down.
I wonder if they fixed the plans.
Yeah, Nuke immediately retracts into his shell.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Does he go shooting out of the bottom of the slide?
Yeah. Does he build up speed? Especially, I don't know, Jinx kept trying to get him waxed, so maybe he's all. He's got like zero friction.
So you make it to the base this time, and it's still that dim lit room, with that tunnel or that hallway that was particularly challenging for some of you to pass through last time. However, this time there's a figure at the base when you guys come like tumbling out. They just like hold up their like finger to their mouth.
Do we recognize him?
Nuke screams, "Are you the Dawn?" Like pop, just his head pops out of his shell, and then he like screams out at him.
You like hear like the like sound like echo through the hall and are really happy you're not in the room at the other end. And like you don't recognize the person. They are wearing a mask.
Do we have to walk through the area that like sounds hurt you?
For sure. I mean, it would appear so.
I'm gonna cast Alter Self on myself and like make myself exactly look like myself, except without any ears.
Question.
That's actually hilarious.
Question.
Mhm.
It's an improvement.
How large is the room we have to walk through again?
Like the main chamber, like the one where you went deaf the first time.
Yeah, the problematic room.
It's big.
Yeah.
Like, think like giant circus tent big.
So what you're saying is that the distance between where we are, as far as the doorway is concerned, and the door we probably need to get to is more than 20 meters in radius?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah. Also, I think silence has to be anchored. I don't think it can be anchored like to you. I think it's an area. but it's a
Yeah.
great idea, and I really like it.
Centered on a
Um,
point you choose within range, yeah.
Yeah.
So, the figure, like, after doing like the shush motion, like looks at Nuke like, "Stop. I holds up like the thing again.
Nuke yells back, I said, are you the Dawn? Guys, I don't think this guy has ears. And then he looks at Grizzle. He's like, who also doesn't have ears now.
You see the mask figure like turn and start walking down that like narrow 3-tiled hallway. And you see him like very carefully step on like one tile. Step to the next row, different tile. Next row.
What tiles?
It's left, center, right. Like you can follow him through.
I'll follow directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know what they
Oh,
are.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Same.
I'll also follow.
I'll give you the pattern, Jinx, after. So you guys follow through, and make it to the end of the room. You can still hear like the shout of Nuke's last like outburst. It's not quite painfully loud, but it is like borderline right now. You see inside this room there are there's no one else moving around in this room. You see the figure just kind of walk towards a door. It's not the same door you guys went through before.
Follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to keep an eye very closely on Nuke. And the moment that Kivosh thinks that Nuke's gonna pipe up and say something before we reach the room we're supposed to be in, I'd like to cast command on him.
Okay, so that's pretty neat. You think you probably make it across this room in another kind of 2 rounds. So if you're gonna ready command in case he talks, it'll cost you like 2 first level slots if your trigger doesn't go off. But I'll let it happen while you're like walking and doing this if you would like.
What if... Now, hear me out. Instead of wasting 2 first level spell slots, because I'm not sure if he will or he won't, what if we do like a dex check if he starts talking to try and react in time?
No,
Damn it.
because
Alright, never
there's
mind.
mechanic for readied actions by a good friend.
Look, listen, I don't want... Alright, fine.
Listen here, DM. Have I got a deal for you?
Listen here, bitch.
I love
Yeah.
the idea though, so I'm happy to allow you to make that happen.
I really don't want to waste 2 first level spell slots for Nuke's loud ass.
I mean, you could upcast command if you wanted, and then it could be a different level spell slot.
And then I really hope that, you know, you can't sleep at night.
If I get commanded, does Nuke have recollection of that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
Oh.
also you gotta fail a saving throw. It's not just.
yeah, it's not automatic.
Yeah.
Let you
I mean,
decide.
if you think about it, Kodo, the fate isn't in the hands of Nuke right now. It's in the hands of the guy just giving weird hand gestures that's leading us through this room.
This is true.
If he was more direct, Nuke wouldn't be confused.
That's not, yeah, let's just go walk.
Yep. So you guys make your way through, and as you get to the far side, you see the figure like very silently open a door and step through, kind of motioning for you five to follow.
Definitely
Yeah,
follow.
Nuke goes too.
Yep.
Sorry, just answering your question, guys.
No worries.
I mean, yeah, it is worries.
All right, so you guys make your way into the room. This figure closes the door silently behind you. I am happy you showed restraint to get through the room of silence. Welcome back. What is it that you
I'm
see?
gonna end concentration.
Nuke gives him the same hand gesture back. Nuke goes,
Ending concentration on alter self.
Yep.
It's like just the regular, like, commando kind of hand signs. Like, hold up a fist, 2 fingers up, like, point forward. Make a duck bill quacking.
using the classic cyclist hand signs for which way he's going.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to speak in this room. What is it that you have returned for?
All right, let me try for a third time. Are you the Dawn?
Judan. He means Judan. It's a fun nickname.
Nuke walks up and blows in the guy's eyeballs.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, you can't see his eyeballs or her eyeballs behind the
Oh,
mask,
it's
but
amazing. Amazing.
Dude, that was phenomenal.
This must be how people greet each other now.
I am not Judan.
No, we know that. We're asking for him.
He seemed to not know that.
That's what I said. Blows in the face again.
I think he's gonna keep doing that until you get Judan. So. Or Nazare. Whichever. Preferably Judan. It's for a knowledge thing.
I will return shortly.
You really
This figure
showed him
walks
a
away.
good job.
You guys notice, like, in this room, didn't seem like you passed through this one before in your last trip here. You see what looks like almost a bunch of, like, gardens with produce growing in it, with these, like, strange, like, glass like mirrors kind of that are shedding like a pool of light in an area around the garden, bringing sunlight from the surface. This is actually the only produce you've seen in town.
And what kind of produce are there?
It's like lettuces, probably like root vegetables, like normal edible produce.
Did you purchase this from the
Oh, yeah.
carpenter?
Wait, didn't this person leave while they're going to get somebody?
Yeah, they left.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, the Nuke just walks up and like grabs a carrot or something, starts eating it. Hey guys, this stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Surprisingly tasty.
you take your fill, Sir Nuke.
After a few moments, hey, what's everyone's passive perception? You're not 19 now, right, Jinx?
Grizzle has
11.
a 10, and Ogre, who's not here, don't worry about it.
Niner.
19.
How does Nuke have a higher passive than you have both Tusker and Grizzle? He is
Is-
oblivious.
Because wisdom isn't a.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Jinx, you just like out of the corner of your eye, catch smallest bit of movement like behind you, and like kind of wheel around just in time to see Jadon like walking up to your group from another direction.
Hi, friend.
Maybe I'm losing a step.
What do you mean?
Very often people see me coming.
Hi, Dawn.
Well, when did you get here?
What brings you back?
I don't remember.
We're looking for a kid who's a cat.
So, no, we did that. We're looking for information on
On Shawagan.
Toboggan? Sahagin.
Shawagan.
Oh, right. Dawn, meet Toboggan. And Nuke walks up to Dawn and blows in his eyes.
You see him like blink a few times and like slowly like back away from you. You seek information on the Sahagin. Why?
Well, because I kept seeing like a water boat, sea boat. Potentially should have been underwater boat.
Are we ships?
No, we're people.
Oh, right.
The Sahagin have not been prevalent here in some time.
I didn't say they were prevalent. I saw a boat.
If you saw,
I mean, I don't know how many are on that.
saw one at the surface, that certainly speak to their return.
Or at least that one ship's return. Maybe there's like 5 of them.
Perhaps they may just want to trade or explore.
Are they like water people? Do they wear clothes? Are they like fish that wear clothes? What is this? Can you describe what a Sahagin is?
See him like for a second, he like like you think he was like knee-jerk reaction that this was like Jinx being sarcastic and like flip it again, but like at the last second he's like, huh, sincere question. Was not expecting that. Yeah. They are perhaps almost the height of your tall friend there. He like gestures to Tusker. But
I almost pointed to Grizzle, but yeah, sure, Tusker.
Nuke, when that happens, Nuke tries to get in front of Tusker, so he's the one that's pointing at it.
Yeah, I'm 7'6". I think I can dwarf you.
and
No, that's the point. Is
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's like somebody gets selected for the team and Nuke is like,
yeah, Nuke's like on his tippy toes in front of Tusker, like yes.
that person.
They though
7'6", you say.
they have a much
Jumps a little.
tinier frame. They have longer arms than our proportions.
Oh, like him. And Nuke gets out of the way and points at Tusker.
You know, this might be easier. And you see him like hold out like a hand, and he conjures
Ooh.
a minor illusion of a Sahagin. So yeah,
How do you know about them?
I wasn't always the leader of this group.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like young and lithe. But sure, leader works.
Had a life before this.
How old are you?
You see him kind of like look like he's like trying to figure out. I think about 120.
Oh, that's not that old. I think we're collectively something like what, guys? Couple hundred? How long was it?
Wasn't it 500 years?
We
Yeah,
jumped forward
500
years.
500 years or so.
I'm 530.
Yeah, I
I'm
think Nuke's 522, something like
Huh.
I'm
Nuke and Grizzly-
524.
Nuke and Grizzle are the same age.
that.
How old?
On paper, yes, but I think Nuke probably has the brain of a 6-year-old. But
He's just got a touch of the burgers.
I like a whole handful of a touch.
Yeah.
I know we
Have you
don't
ever
look
seen-
like it.
When Nuke received the touch of God hit him a little too hard.
They have a civilization beneath the waters. Towns, villages, much like ours. They have warriors and, oddly enough, pirates, same as we do. But they have scholars and artists and politicians. I suspect you saw a scout or a explorer keeping tabs on Dusk Shore and the area with Kraga's experiments. I'm sure it drew their attention.
Do you guys
Draco.
want to befriend them or like trade with them?
You asking Judon?
Oh, Drago is the hag?
Drago was the
Kraga was
leader of the blood.
She was the leader
Right.
that we killed. And remember, she had those sharks that she could command.
Yes.
People that were like
Traga.
covered
Traga.
in the chum.
Were
Oh,
you asking
I got chummed so many times.
Stacey, or were you asking the party?
About what?
Do you want to
What are you
befriend them?
asking Donald?
Huh?
You said, do you want to befriend them? Were you asking Judon, or were you asking...
Oh yeah, Judon.
The
Like,
party.
are like, you just describe them as being like a not a scary problem. But if they're scouting, do you want to welcome them? Do you guys want to trade with them? Do you want to learn more about them? Do you want to share knowledge, exchange goods? Like, what is it?
There was a time long ago where periodically one of their ships would come to Dusk Shore long ago and trade and barter the wonders of the depths in exchange for things that we find commonplace but are much harder for them to come by.
Like air.
Not
And
available
chips.
to them, but
Oh
Wood.
man.
was frequently sought after, especially wood decorations.
Have you been to their realm?
I've not. I've heard about it. I traded stories with one of I suppose you would call them a mystic long ago when they came to town.
What would they call you?
What would they call me?
What'd they give you for your
Yeah.
stories?
If they're like a mystic, what are you?
Back then? Suppose back then. Let's just say you would have perhaps called me a ne'er-do-well.
Good one.
And what would they call you now?
I would hope. Friend.
Interesting.
Hey, Jinx, ne'er-do-well. Isn't that the other person we're looking for? Do you think this is a sign?
Oh, Nazare. Yep.
Yeah. Ne'er-do-well.
You have a mind like a steel trap. You never forget anything. We're so lucky
It's
to
all
have
up
you.
here. Luke tries to blow at Jinx from probably
Jinx.
too far away. He just gives her a smile.
You see Judon kind of just like touch the side of his head. And like everyone else that would probably just think of it as him like rubbing his temples because like you've all had that same experience like talking to Nuke. But Jinx, you hear in your mind, it's easy to not forget anything when you don't know anything.
Can I respond?
You can try.
I really hope you accidentally say it out loud so Nuke hears it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Well,
Whoa!
you can try telepathically. I mean, like it's not like you're going to accidentally speak out loud.
No, I know. I'll just be like, I don't know, say something like, I try not to find fault in in those with lesser teachings. So.
In these recent years, I found it harder to turn a blind eye to things now that I have to keep my eye on everything. And then you hear
Must
like
be challenging.
verbally, was there something you needed my daughter for?
Oh, it was just either one of you two. But is there a cost for this information?
More of a request for a favor.
Can I
Counterspell.
challenge that? I'm going to challenge that dependent upon what the favor is and counter that with a favor of our own. Maybe a little bit of knowledge that we can share with you as well.
All right, I'm intrigued. I would ask that now that the state of affairs has improved in Duskshore, thanks in no small part to your accomplishments, that someone could carry a message to one of the other communities that is of, last we heard, still meaningfully intact, and convey that Duskshore is open for business again. I have contacts that you could find in pretty much any of those settlements, depending on which one you find yourself traveling towards next. The ones that I'm most interested in currently are either Lentil Hills, the Druid Enclave outside of what was once Pomerty, or the Orclands much further north.
Okay. I think that we could consider, but I think any one of us would be happy to relay a message for you. Been very hospitable though thus far.
Excellent. And what was this favor that you wanted to counter?
Yeah. Well, I would just ask that anytime we visited Just Shore, that we are free to come and visit and gather or exchange knowledge. And maybe you guys could give us a pathway that doesn't require us to go through very loud rooms and hurt everybody's eardrums. And maybe a place to stay in the tavern above for, less ruckus causing and what have you.
You see, that, very, expressionless face that Jadon has, not wearing his mask, as he didn't the previous time you guys saw him either. Kind of crack this, ever so slight, wry smile. I suppose it is probable that some amongst you might not consistently make the trip through that room unscathed.
I mean, sure. I meant it more for your people.
Yes.
The accidental byproducts.
Yes. Well, a room in the tavern upstairs can be arranged without any issue.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at your group, perhaps too, I don't believe there is a suite there large enough for all of you.
Sure.
The welcome, as you say, to come in and visit and exchange knowledge or even goods is open, and you are welcome to exercise it as your leisure.
Excellent.
The passage to come and go. I will think on. And as he says that, Jinx, you hear in your head again, I will give you a path. But that path costs you whatever the information you wish to exchange with us.
That's mentally. That's telepathically. So I'll say, we lied a bit before, where we're not 500 and something years old. And I'll say that I've lived 24 years, but I lived them 500 years ago.
And Jinx, in your head, you see what looks like it's not the same alleyway you guys came out of when you left the last time, but it's like an alleyway that's further away in the city. You kind of recognize it briefly as you ran past it when you were
during the
chasing-
race with Nuke?
Well, on the return where you killed the
Oh.
mask, where you chased them down.
Yeah.
And killed them. It's the alley that's right outside that building, that kind of
Gotcha.
warehouse where you caught up to them. And you just kind of see in your mind what looks like a very large stack of warehouse crates, just almost effortlessly sliding out of the way, revealing a set of stairs leading down.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Well, I will ponder and let you know, but the rest of the terms can be considered a done deal.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Now, the contacts. Do we want to decide a city first, or do you want to just provide a list so that maybe we can share them across our travels?
I think I will keep the contacts based on which one you select. But
Sure.
if you do decide to travel further than your first destination, I'm sure the message can be relayed through the contact at that location.
Okay. So we said the orc places, Lantel Hills.
Majuid Unclean.
Okay. Those are the 3. Oh, and if we decided to get like real snazzy and go see the fish people, right? Because that hasn't been done in like forever. Is that not on the table?
I have no contacts with them, but if you ever did, I would be very excited to learn what you uncovered.
Would you encourage us to make contact with them?
If you had a means of doing so. They have traditionally been the ones who initiated contact. It's not particularly easy for us to go where they go. They have quite the advantage in that respect. Their ships can go beneath the waves, not just on them. But yes, Lantal Hills, the enclave outside of Pomerty Forest, and the Orc lands to the far north. And let me pull up. Thought I had that handout in this game. Maybe not.
No, I haven't seen it in this game.
It's okay.
Which
Roll
handout?
20. The one with the world map on it.
Mm-hmm.
One sec, guys. I will check the other spot.
No, we had a different map. I thought we had an updated one for the 500 years later.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I thought I had.
We do have something called updated world map.
That's brand new. He just
I
threw that
just imported that in, but it's not the one that I was thinking of.
Well, I did get that one.
in.
Glad to help. This one's got a good picture of the ocean's balloon knot on it.
Yeah, the Orc that lands to the north, he references the nation of Gathnok. Ghath apostrophe Nok.
Yeah, I know that we have one.
Yeah, I'll find it. I know we have it somewhere.
Kodo, do you have a copy of it?
I can check. Like just in game or
No, it would
Is
have
there a
been
way
your
to
copy.
copy it from our other?
I'm just saying, this is what happens when you don't upload really awesome art stuff that people give you.
Yeah, so I know that the updated world map is the one that Kodo redid for the world map.
Hmm. But he
The
updated
original
one.
Yeah. Then there was I thought there was an updated one.
no?
There was. Because Alcaraj wasn't desert anymore.
I didn't do that.
I think you did.
I
Because
didn't.
we talked about how all of the orc
The-
settlements were now like one orc settlement.
Yeah, it exists. I didn't make it. The only one that I made is the one with the dragon and the ship and the Hydra in the water.
Okay, I'll find it, guys. But in any case, so you've got Lantal Hills, which on the updated world map is the settlement to the north of Osteron. Osteron is now basically in ruins. I can talk through it for the sake of it. Gok-Wrath, the bottom, is gone. Destroyed as part of the gods coming to terms with what's going on. You guys right now are basically right on the coast by that grove of trees on like the southern edge of the map. Dusk Shore is in that area. Pomerdy, up on the continent of Kulith. The Enclave is to the southwest of that. And then north of the Crystal Spire Mountains, way at the top of the map, is the nation of Gathnok, which you have uncovered is now like a thriving nation of orcs, not just, a few settlements scattered across the barrens.
Can you say again where Dusk Shore is on this map? Is it north of Pomerdy?
Nope.
No,
Way at the
it's
bottom.
to the west, or sorry, the east of Osteron, the little section of trees,
Got it. Okay.
and then like the like out towards the water of that.
Yep. Yeah. Dusk Shore is like the furthest south non-orc settlement from when this map was there.
Okay.
It is like kind of the second last bastion before you get into like the wilds.
If you think like where the space is between the forest and those mountains, I'm assuming those mountains is where we would find like Dreamer's Rise now.
Yeah.
Where the gauntlet is, it's no longer a gauntlet, and there's not like lava and whatever. It was just whatever temple we found, right?
Yeah, Dreamer's Rise is in that area. That whole like green space, like north of the trees, and that what looks like a larger settlement there, that's gone. Like that's that whole like cratered wilderness space that you guys were through, where you guys first had your like when you guys were awakened, is like in the wilderness a few days, kind of north of the coast there.
Those
and
are
that-
those houses that were being like
Yeah.
burglarized and whatever.
Yeah.
Treasure hunted.
Yep.
Okay.
And to put it in perspective, Lantal Hills, which is again that small one just before the hills start conveniently enough, it is size-wise now bigger than Osteron was. Because basically everyone now that lives on Estrios basically lives in Lantal Hills. All of the races.
So, I mean, it's closer. Would we just want to go there first? I mean, I remember Lantal Hills when it was just a little, like, just a little guy.
Yeah.
When it was Lantal Mound instead of Lantal Hill.
Yeah.
I think
Just
you
out of
guys...
curiosity,
Oh, go ahead.
when I was working on my character, where would Grizzle be from on the map? Like on
yeah.
the world map?
Grizzle originally would have been from the area. What the hell is that area called? If I can look at my other map.
Formerly known as Prince? Because, yeah, I don't know what Grizzle would sort of know about.
Yeah, give me a second here.
Jinx is totally lost. Like, this is like the first, like, few weeks or months that she's been in this world.
Yeah.
She's only ever
This
lived
is
in
the
the face, so she's like, Lantal Hills, who? Like,
Don't
Yeah,
worry, Kivosh is in the same
Tusker is
boat.
from Eldast. Is that further north in Kulith?
Yeah, Keldast is north of Pomerdy.
Got it.
Kivosh spent most of his time in the cloister.
Yeah.
I thought
With his
Wexforth
oyster?
was north of
Oh.
Pomerdy.
Wexforth
Wexforth
is
isn't
the
it
big
on
city.
one side? Yeah.
Keldast is like a village. That's north of Poverty before you get there.
Okay.
Fun fact, Cald asked also where Elmir is from.
Awesome.
We never met.
Amazing. We never
Insight check.
met.
Insight
Um,
check.
Grizzle.
So yeah, where would he be
Grizzle
from?
would have been from an area just to the west of Wexforth. So not as far as the Crystal Spires, but close in that kind
Are
of
we all
like.
But in
figuring out
those-
our backstory? Where's Kivosh from?
But in those like mountain areas, like before
Yeah.
they get like white.
Yeah, like in the foothills, yeah.
Okay.
Because Keldast was a frequent raiding target of goblins.
Yeah.
Fun fact, goblins
So,
killed Elmira's parents, so like your tribe probably did that.
Yeah. Don't take it personally, Tusker.
Um,
So we got basically killed in all kinds of areas of the world, and then we all just appeared where the Dreamer was, essentially.
correct.
Okay, so I have no clue about Lentil Hills either way.
No,
Like, I would kind of know about Keldast and maybe those big towns
you'd know Keldast, Wexforth, and Fairhearth.
and Fairhurst. Okay.
How about this?
Cool.
Judon, old buddy, old pal. I'm not from around here of any time. So is there like a map that we could purchase to help us in our travels to know where we're going? Because that was a whole lot of words for a whole lot of places I know nothing about.
Give me the day, and I will get someone to draft something.
Amazing. Do you need some money for that? It's okay if you say no.
We insist almost.
It's okay. Don't worry about not charging us. It's fine.
Jinx, you hear in your mind, is that piece of information that you shared the same for the rest of your friends?
Mm-hmm. Would you like more?
What's it going to cost me?
A map?
Jinx is just
That's very
selling away
detailed.
all our info. Yeah, I'm gonna start
We don't-
calling you
we don't
Mark
hear any of
Zuckerberg,
this.
Jinx. I know that's the problem. It's like, oh, I can make money on this metadata.
Heck yeah. I mean, he wasn't the first though, so.
Wait, what?
He
Yeah, what?
Or the last.
he looks to you as like, the map for that answer you just gave me is sufficient.
Sweet. I think you're like growing to be my new favorite person, just as an FYI.
I appreciate someone who knows the value of information.
Right though? I like you.
I'd just like to
I
point
s-
out that Nuke will accidentally get us killed, but Jinx will intentionally do it. That's going to be the difference.
Yes.
Money.
1,000%.
And that's why there's such a dangerous combination.
Yeah.
Yep. I would set you up to take
Yeah,
the
yeah, because you will actually get us killed by tricking Nuke into accidentally getting us killed.
Yep, absolutely. I assume you don't want us to stay here though.
Third
Well-
on the left.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Is this all just in your heads?
No, third door on the left. You heard like, as he pointed.
Well, that came out of nowhere. Thanks.
That's the third door on the left. What of it? Heh.
You're most welcome.
Yeah.
Nuke.
Sorry, I know my nuke impression's really
Lift
bad.
you up.
No, I love it. It's great.
I'm sure they.
Wait, I didn't tell him my name.
Other people have said nuke to you though.
Oh, okay.
And they met us. This is like the third time we've talked to them. I think at some point we would have like shared.
and the spy network that might keep an eye on you as you walk around saying Nuke the Unstoppable. You are
No,
the least
not that
covert.
one. Out of all of them, not that one.
Ha ha.
That couldn't possibly be it.
So,
Definitely not it.
a room or two will be prepared for you upstairs by the time you get there.
Amazing. Okay, friends. Let's
Hit
let's
the bar.
go. Yeah, hit the bar, travel, whatever we want to do. I'll set 5 gold down, either in his hand or on a table or wherever.
Yeah, you like no tables around. You just like you hand him the 5 gold. You see him like kind of like take it in his hand and like does like the poker chip like clinking of them. He's like, this could be the start
wait,
of
why-
a lasting partnership.
Why did we pay him money again? What's going on?
I'd prefer friendship.
You see him kind of like ponder for a moment. Roll me a persuasion check. Or I guess deception if Jinx is lying.
Boy, is she lying?
I don't know.
Persuasion or deception?
Yep. Whichever one you think is correct for Jinx in this situation.
Tipping her hand.
Well, she's not doing
Oh,
it to one
no.
of you guys, so I'll let Jinx roll it.
No! Oh no!
He looks at you and he's like,
Oh, sad.
I have a feeling that being your friend could be a dangerous endeavor,
Yeah, me
it
too
might
with
be-
that kind of role.
but it might be worth. But it might be worth the risk.
Maybe.
Is this out loud?
Yep.
Guys, I think Jinx has moved on from Cashmore.
Oh, Death Daddy? Never.
Yep.
Who?
Story for another time. Let's go get a drink.
Jinx has a new crush. Bye, Don Don. And then Link heads for that door. The last door.
Did you call him Don Don?
Yeah.
It's good. Love that. So you guys make your
Amazing.
way-
Oh, and as he like goes out the door, just like the other guy, he goes to Don Don, and then goes to the door.
Yeah. As soon as you open this door, it's where there's like it's basically like a closet, but there's a ladder, like immediately inside, going up. So you guys ascend the ladder.
Yeah, Nuke just climbs it.
And you find yourself you have to like climb up this ladder a good distance, like more than the distance you fell. You like make your way up, you're in another tiny room, and there's a small latch on what looks like a door, and it would look like a wall if there wasn't a latch on it. And you open it and find yourself in quite a nice hotel room in the tavern. So that you hear a knock on the door.
Well, I, for one, am not concerned at all that someone could sneak up this trapdoor. Hello? I'll open the door.
You see Kivosh, one of the masks. This room and the room next door are both available for use. The access way can be locked from the inside as well as the outside, should you require privacy.
I can assure you that we will require that.
see the mask kind of like incline their head and look at you, Kivosh, like,
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Do you freely give out your name if I asked you for it?
generally.
What's your name?
Frian.
Do you run the bar or are you like a helper? Is there like a specific person who does run the bar? Or is it like a collective? Tavern.
Say run the bar.
Operate. Oversee.
Means serve the drinks.
You know, thank you so much for the rooms. This was lovely. Great meeting you.
Need anything, the barkeep will be happy to assist. If you require any additional services, either descend below and speak with one of us, or you may contact Jadon by way of the barmaid. She knows how to get in touch with him.
Mm-hmm. You hear that, Grizzle? Additional services down below.
Yeah.
Nuke just
what
slowly
kind of-
starts like closing the
What,
door.
what kind of services are they talking about?
It's a full
Oh,
service establishment.
oh. You mean those kind of services? Right.
Yeah, and now Nuke just gives it like that last little whoop push from the door's like.
Bye, Frian.
You see the key slide under the door to like the room next door.
Nuke opens up the door quickly and blows in Frian's face, and then closes the door again.
Man, am I so glad this is like the mask faction and not a bunch of people who don't have masks on their face?
I think this is hilarious. I think this is going to be a callback that like gets us in a lot of trouble.
What? Nuke would never get us into trouble. What do you mean?
Just making a
Not
note
intentionally.
for recap.
He definitely
Nuke-
would never sell all of your private personal information for personal game either.
I didn't sell anything about any of you. I simply spoke about myself.
And then gave a lot of revealing details and implications about the rest of us.
What was implied and assumed is not my responsibility.
I mean,
He asked you directly,
You
are
mean-
the rest of them like you? And you were like, yup.
You mean what was inferred?
Like me how? Breathing? Alive?
No, I literally asked you specifically to the last question he had asked you, which was about you being only have lived 24 years.
I made a
and
lot
not
of statements since the last one I had made, so
Okay, you can run around this all you want, but we all know what he was asking. We all know what he got from
do
it.
we? Do we?
No,
Just
I
me?
do, but Nuke doesn't.
I know, but Nuke doesn't know shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Does Jinx, or did she let him believe what she wanted him to believe?
I don't know.
Now Ryan's brain hurts.
It's Inception mindfuckery.
So, on that note, as you guys get settled into your tavern room, we're going to take our 5-ish minute bio beverage snack break. One, so Stacy can collect herself. She's fucking broken right now. Two, so that Ryan can maybe recover. Stacy's done though. So we're gonna be back in a number of minutes, however many it fucking takes for these clowns to get their shit together. And we will be back and have more D&D. We will see you guys in a few minutes.
That's amazing.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Everyone has mostly recovered. A lot of people blowing other people around here. It gets things out of control real fast. I said what I said. Yeah, blows in chat's face. Yeah. Whew. Look out, Twitch chat. Look out.
I'm coming for you.
10 out of 10 phrasing. So, you guys have secured your room in the tavern. You guys have the room next door as well. Jinx, you have the promise of a map. Picking up tomorrow. Excuse me. What are you guys getting up to?
I hope they steal the map. I hope they steal the map off of some like tiny Latino girl, because that would be funny.
Gotta take her backpack first.
I mean, that's the order.
Also, a missed opportunity to say I hope they swipe the map off of some tiny Latino girl.
Dude, no swiping, okay? No swiping.
I finally got this conversation.
All right.
And
what
I
are you guys
regret
getting
it.
up to?
No
Well,
good.
I mean, I guess Grizzle will go to the bar.
Okay, so heading downstairs, grab some drinks.
He'd like giant plates of meat. Several, in fact.
The kind of barmaid, it's like, yep, plates of meat. Yep, coming right up.
Yeah, but I want like big plates of meat and quite a few, like 3 or 4, please.
3 or 4 giant plates of meat. Gotcha. Okay. Mm-hmm. The rest of you guys all heading down to get a drink, or is like Grizzle just down here
Oh,
going?
and a couple of mugs of ale, please.
Yeah, no, Nuke would go for a pint.
Jinx, Kivosh, Tusker, what are you guys doing?
I'll head down there.
Yeah, I'll head down.
Kivosh will probably be the last one down. Kind of. Lately, he's been spending a lot of time, as much time as he can get to himself as he can, to just kind of have a quiet moment.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything with this quiet moment?
A certain quote from
I guess Kivosh still isn't certain, and he doesn't want to so willingly what he would consider turn his back on the god he served his whole life and that his family served. And I guess in vain he would try to reach out to Bodrum, but would probably get the same responses over and over again of like, I don't have time for this. What I'm assuming.
With what intent are you reaching out to Bodrin for? Like, what's the...
Just trying to like get a feel for him, to see if he's there, to see if he still like is the same that Kivosh remembers.
Alright, give me a religion roll.
Can I guide myself?
Yep.
Oh!
You can see that clearly. He's got 20/20. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
So,
Shut up, Nuke.
Kivosh, you...
That wasn't even Nuke!
You hang back in the room while the rest of the party heads downstairs. And you kind of focus for a moment and send out your thoughts, trying to connect with Bodrin. Still seemingly the source of your power. even though what he represents has very much changed, at least from all you've been told. Having been kind of snubbed or not gotten a response the last couple of times you've reached out. This time, you feel a connection and a presence. And you kind of like get the sense of like questioning, like what do you want? Speak.
But why were you so dismissive to my pleas for justice? I don't understand.
I don't care about justice. I care about power.
What? That's not you. That's not the Bodrin I know.
So as you like say this, Kivash, like call it out in your mind, like the like plethora of like examples of this, like from all of your life and teaching and all of the deeds and things that you witnessed as a kid growing up, all of the things your mom stood for. You get this like rising sense of like wrath, and all of the images that you're conjuring up of like how things used to be are just like washed away by this onslaught of like blind servitude, subservience, and like tyranny, with like what you see as like Bodrin just like lording over like all of this huge mass of followers, everyone bound to him, not really by choice but more through like force of will. And you look and you see yourself among these masses, but unlike the rest of these people, you don't yet have these shackles around you binding you to Bodrin. And you see what, for probably the first time in your entire life, see like the true form of like Bodrin in like this massive stature, like looking down, and his eyes just like fix on this representation of you, and you like feel like this like seething like hatred that you aren't bound to him. You aren't his, at least not as he views it now. You can roll for me a wisdom save. $17 is not 18.
Oh man.
You are
Goodbye.
you are scared. You are fearful, and as his like eyes just like lock and are like transfixed on you, the like fear is like overwhelming. You like try and break the connection to like shake yourself back to the room, and nothing. You're still there, and you see the other figures representing the other followers start to like fade into the background, and all there is these like burning eyes of Bodrin just like staring at you as your figure seems to get smaller and smaller, and his gets larger and larger as your perspective shifts, and it's like you're staring him square in the face, and those burning eyes are all that you can see, and you pass out on the floor in your room. Downstairs crew.
We also intend to pass out.
The Grizzle, having placed your order first, comes pretty quickly. The rest of you get down to the table.
My order does, or I do? That you were really quick there.
Yeah, the order.
Okay.
The rest of you make your way to the table.
Is there a stage?
There is a stage.
Is there anybody playing?
There isn't anyone playing currently.
Are there
So-
any strategically located poles on them? It's just one.
I'd bring out the lute and I'd play.
Cool. Yeah. Go
It's
for
been
it.
too long.
All right. Go ahead and roll a performance check.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. So it is like fairly early still, with when you guys got here. It's not like the evening.
just playing the music.
Yeah. It's
I'm playing the lobby music.
yeah. And like for this like basically like chill elevator music vibe, for like the people who are coming in for like a quick bite in the middle of the day, like people walk in the door and like just stop and like immediately like look for where the like music is coming from. And like, how long are you playing for, Jinx?
Probably a while.
Yeah?
Until I see that my friends are like getting up and moving.
Okay.
I'd be
So-
doing the like Lindsay Sterling thing where I'm like slightly moving around.
Slightly moving around. Deeply
I mean-
offended.
Would we call it dancing?
Okay, how much psychic damage can Jinx take before I instantly kill her? So Jinx, as you play for probably the better part of like an hour, do me a favor and roll me 2d20 plus 7.
2d20.
Don't worry, this is just to see if the vibes are hitting.
You get 26 gold from
Amazing.
the people coming in and out and giving you their hard-earned money, recognizing the quality of the performance.
I would take it to the bar.
Mhm.
And I would say, pass this to Judan and ask him to reconsider.
GM is wanting to know which thing he's meant to
The
reconsider.
friendship. The
Okay.
friendship. We need to be friends.
Okay. The bartender looks at you like,
He'll know what I mean.
but like the barmaid like quickly comes by and she's just like gives you the nod, and like the bartender's like,
I'll know if he doesn't.
How are these coins? Or did like they throw the money at her? Like it's just normally I
Yeah.
know like street musicians get money, but like I don't think I've ever been to like a pub or anything where there's like live bands where people are also paying them from the audience.
We made it rain.
I've seen it. if you go to Nashville, the people just walk up and like drop money in their proverbial guitar case or hat, whatever.
And I've been in a bar like on Dundas near Clarence, and like dudes are throwing money on the stage all the time.
Mhm.
There's a reason they call it.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm thinking, Lucas.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
it was a solid performance. Gold was involved.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, that joke was gold.
It was gold.
the
You set me up. I could have delivered the gold there.
the barmaid kind of like gives you a nod, Jinx, when you say
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh no, passive's 19."
Yeah.
Give me an actual perception roll. I just want to see which one's better in this case.
Just for Lucas's sake. I put it in the chat. Perception?
Yeah.
Oh.
So as the barmaid like looks at you and gives you the nod, for like the briefest of seconds, you see that the barmaid looks much different, and it's Nazare.
Ah. I'll just like give her a wink and be like, search my friends or whatever and be like picking at whatever food might be left.
Did you give her the finger guns?
No.
Unless it's a bullet point.
I don't get it.
That's okay.
Open up Discord, then you'll get it.
Jesus.
Wow. Sometimes I regret doing things. So you guys have your food and drink. You guys spend like a relaxing night. This is like the most relaxed you've probably been, like since awakening. It's been kind of go. There hasn't been a lot of like safety or comfort since you guys have done this. So this is a nice respite.
I bring like 3 of the 4 plates of meat out to Ogre.
Yeah, Ogre is very happy to consume those. There are a number of kids from the neighborhood who are like very fascinated by Ogre, especially the fact that he's not like eating them or like trying to kill them, as he like kind of mills about on the kind of outdoor porch for the tavern.
Okay. Perfect.
So, you guys spend a quiet evening at the tavern. Jinx
Yeah.
makes some decent money and relays it to try and get a
Busking.
reconsideration.
Busking, everybody. Busking.
And you guys heading up to retire?
I think
I've been doing this adventuring long enough. I think I can retire now.
How's your knee? Because if it's not good, you got to go to Whiterun. I think Grizzle would actually just like sleep outside somewhere with Ogre.
That's cute.
He's used to sleeping outside, and like nobody is gonna. It's not like someone's gonna sneak up on him.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, unless they cast Dispel Magic, that would suck. Oof, shit.
Suck.
Well, I just so happen to have that prepared. Thanks for reminding me.
Wise guy, huh, Kivash?
You're still laying on the floor
Yeah,
of your room. You're
You
fine.
haven't seen Kivash all night.
Yeah.
And I like that
Yeah.
until like nobody's questioned it.
Well, no, because
While I'm down at the bar.
Kivosh always seems like the most devout, right? So maybe he doesn't want to do the bar thing. So I'm not questioning.
I mean, in the time you've adventured with him, you wouldn't take Kivosh as somebody as like the sort of person who would shy away from even just jovial conversation with people that he considers friends.
Let me just.
He's
I'm
a
gonna check
pretty
my notes
positive
really
guy.
quick. I'm just gonna check something. It says, let me see, somewhere in here. Key felt someone else was listening, but didn't reach out because he's a sad boy. Those are my notes. So I don't know that Jinx knows that.
I mean, line one of his personality traits is that he has an optimistic attitude.
Oh boy. Was that
Brugrin
yeah.
stamped that out of him.
Was it before
I told
he died,
you guys
or
he's bad news.
Boogrin or Kivosh?
I just want to say, Kivosh, if you were worshiping Nuke right now and reaching out to him, it wouldn't have happened.
Too bad Nuke's not a deity yet.
No, but you know what would have?
That
You
is
would've got
that is
blowing
an
so
absolute
hard.
fucking treat, okay? Right in the eyeballs.
That's Nuke's security.
That's
defense
weird.
system. He waits around the corner and when he sees somebody walk by, he's just like,
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of women don't like it when you're blowing the eyeballs.
Divine intervention is like you feel a warm breeze. You open your eyes and Nuke is there.
Called a nuclear blast.
You expect something silly? Is you rang?
All right, so you guys eventually make your way back upstairs, with the exception of Grizzle, who sleeps outside. You guys very quickly in the first room, door still open, see Kivosh like out on the floor.
Oh, Kivosh, you partied hard too. Nice, dude. Nuke just kind of like steps over and heads towards the bed.
I figured that would happen.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Reach down and see
Wait,
if he has
no,
a
sorry,
pulse.
that's a little rude. Nuke puts a blanket on him and then gets in his bed.
Let's
Nuke
make
never
sure he has a
ceases to defy
pulse.
expectations of himself.
Is he breathing?
Give me a
It's-
medicine check, Tusker.
That's somehow even better.
He has a pulse.
Tusker
Okay.
tucks the blanket and then walks.
As long as he doesn't appear to be in distress, we'll let
Tusker just
continue
tucks him in.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he seems pretty still. He doesn't seem to be in distress. He's breathing. You would say he's definitely unconscious with a 17.
Oh, okay. If he's unconscious and not just sleeping, then I'll try to rouse him.
How are you?
Wait,
going
you'll try to what?
rouse him?
Oh,
Did you say
rouse.
sorry, route?
Not arouse.
My bad.
Oh, okay. Whew. Oh my god.
While
think
this
it's
is
something more
playing
comfortable.
out, I was left downstairs alone, right?
Sorry, say
Tusker,
that again.
Tusker rolls Kivosh over and blows in his eyes.
With his trunk, so that's powerful.
Ooh.
Yeah, lays his trunk on his face. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. On the fun
okay then.
on the fun side, like Nuke is like drawing a dink on Kivosh's face, but like on the downside, like Nuke is tracing.
Go ahead, Jinx. What do you got?
While this is happening, Jinx was left alone downstairs, right?
If you didn't want to.
As far as I know.
that's true.
Did you say no, Lucas?
No, I said as far as I know.
Oh, I was
No.
like,
No, we
Um,
made Jinx come with us.
I'll take PB,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go wander and try and find the path that I was shown.
Oh, okay. It's easy. Like you have a very good depiction of it. You find the spot. Interestingly, you in the building that you kind of were directed to. There's still the blood stain on the ground from the figure you killed.
I mean,
and you find the stack of crates, and give me a investigation check. So low DC.
Killed is a strong word. She gently separated his consciousness from his mortal shell.
Well, I gave her multiple chances. She chose not to answer me.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. You find the switch behind the crates, hitting it, allowing you to, like, with one hand, move this giant stack of crates out of the way. You
Cool.
find the stairs leading down.
Sweet. I go down the stairs.
Okay. You and PB head downstairs, but like 3 or 4 steps down, you feel like a slight depression as you see the crates move back over top of you.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There is some light down here. They're like kind of very like muted kind of lanterns that are set into the walls, so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Grizzle's heading for a sleep outside. Tusker, you're trying to wake up Kivosh. Nuke's gone to bed. Tusker, you like try and shake Kivosh awake. No reaction.
Anything that's pungent that I can use as smelling salts?
You could probably put something pungent.
not
I'm
like
sure I could.
readily available. Like you might be able to go and buy some somewhere in town, but nothing
No.
that you can find. He's
Depends.
breathing, carrying your medicine check forward. Like his vitals are good. He's just unconscious.
Okay. I'm not going to get too worried about him just yet, so make sure he's comfortable.
Sure, you kind
We're
of
gonna.
prop him up on a pillow, and get him kind of situated as best you can, and leave him out cold. Jinx, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking for Nazare or Judon.
Okay, can't find Nazare. She's working the bar still.
Okay.
But you do, after a while, into some inquiries, find Judon. Back so soon.
Mm-hmm. Do you want a puppy? He doesn't like it when I take him with me.
Mm.
He gets scared. Last time we encountered water trolls, not a fan.
I see.
You can say no, though. I'll gladly take him. I just feel like he'd be happier with people who could actually, treat him like a dog.
That can be arranged.
Well,
You
you
want
don't
him-
want him? You're going to pass him off to someone? Never mind.
No, I would keep him. Do you want
Oh,
him
okay.
to just have a normal life as a pet, or be trained for something?
Oh, let me ask him. So I will speak with animals.
Mhm.
And I'll ask him. Or her, rather.
What? What do you mean? I have choices?
Yeah.
What are the
You'll still be
choices again?
PB, of course. Do you want to stay here and just be like a normal happy puppy, doing normal happy puppy things? Or do you want to, learn how to do something? Like how all of the, big owls listened to me and they fought? Or how, big ogre helped Grizzle? Or you could just, play and sleep and eat and get pets.
Which one's better?
Well, whatever one you think is better. It's your choice. I feel like you got shoved in a crate, so I'm not gonna decide for you.
No, that's true. Well, I mean, the owls and you and ogre, you already all do good things, so I can just play. Playing's the best.
Okay. If that's what you want. But if you change your mind, and I'll look to Judon, if she changes her mind, you can train her to do something later, right?
Yeah, if she wants to try something, we can train her.
You have someone who can talk to her. I know you do.
Yes.
Okay. And then I'll look to her again and just say, like, if you change your mind and you don't want to just play anymore and you want to do something big and strong and really cool, you just tell them.
Okay. Where are you going?
Probably to fight some more big, scary things.
You come back?
Maybe. But not for a long time, I suspect.
So like tomorrow?
No.
What comes after tomorrow?
The day after.
Oh, so you'll come back the day after.
No.
Okay. Thanks for getting me out of the crate.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for not running away.
Yeah, you picked me up real fast.
I did. You were cute.
I still am cute.
Yeah. Less fun if you don't want to fight, though. But that's okay.
Fight like bite things?
Yeah. Like, tear him to shreds.
Will I be big like Ogre?
Ooh, I don't know. How would I know that? I look at you, John. How do I know how big she'll get?
You see, like, are you holding her right now?
Yeah.
You see, like, Judon, like, reach out and, like, kind of look at a paw? Like, well, she won't be tiny.
You won't be tiny.
Do I get to, like, look cool when I bite stuff? Like, you guys have all that fancy stuff that you put on your bodies.
Oh, you want armor?
Yeah.
I would definitely make you armor.
If you make me armor, I'll learn how to bite stuff.
Interesting. I have just the armor materials for that.
Okay, deal.
Okay, deal. I'll look at Judon. Can you work with Perglum to make like a doggy set when she's full grown?
What does Perglum have?
Adamantine ore and lots of it.
Oh,
We gave it to him. He owes us.
I see. So she's made her choice then?
Yes, yes, yes. She'll stay here for now to play for a little bit, but she wants to look really cool when she bites stuff. So maybe like do some training on the side.
We can make learning to bite stuff fun.
Excellent.
See him like hold out like a hand to PB.
Okay, here you go. And I'll like walk away really fast.
You hear in your head as you walk away. You can come see her again in the morning for the map. Jake psychically sobs.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jake, you make your way back to the hotel?
Yeah. I'll peek in like each room and like check on who's where.
Okay. Yeah, you see no sign of Grizzle, but you saw Grizzle walk outside when everyone else went upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Grizzly. He's probably with
Yeah.
Ogre somewhere.
Peeking in the first room, you see
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You see
No, I
Kivosh,
trust you.
like, out cold on the floor. You see Nuke huddled up in bed with a blanket, just a shell. You see Tusker in another bed in the room. The other room seemingly unoccupied based on math.
I'll do like a walkthrough and just like do like the nose breathing check for each person.
Yeah.
Kivosh
Very-
has
very,
a blanket, I
carefully.
will say. He says that.
Yeah, everyone appears to be breathing and like just like asleep. Kivosh again seems unconscious.
He seems unconscious.
Yeah, like not just asleep, like out cold.
I don't have anything to help with that. It seems like a him problem.
Yep. I mean, it could well be.
I'm just kidding.
To be fair, there's not technically like any mechanical spell that's like fix unconscious.
No, yeah. I will just make sure like he's physically okay.
Mhm.
Just don't try to arouse him. We already did that and didn't work.
No, I do just like a little circle inspection. Make sure he seems to be like all in one piece, no like bumps or bruises.
Sorry.
Ah!
Jesus, dude! Tusker wakes up and fucking beams him with a firebolt.
She's gonna
Like a
attack
panic
you.
firebolt.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Tusker's
Tusker.
like, there's no magic to make someone unconscious. How about this?
Well, if he's dead, we can just bring him back.
Yeah, Jake's giving him kind of like the once over. He doesn't seem injured, just
Okay.
unconscious. Looks comfortable with the administrations from Tusker and Nuke.
And looks really warm since he's currently on fire.
Yeah. He's breathing, but also smoldering.
I'll just say goodnight, Tusker. Goodnight, Nuke. Goodnight, Kivosh. I'll just go in the other room.
Okay.
As soon as I go in the other room, I drop it.
Yep.
And I lock the door.
Okay. Yeah, you feel the like strange sensation of like your shape return to like normal,
Normal, yeah.
not having like the wings and like
Hmm.
everything. You kind of your shoulders feel a little bit weird as you
The
kind
extra
of like
space, yeah.
stretch out. You're still the same height, basically, in like
Yeah.
proportions, but like,
I'm still me.
it always gives you that like weird feeling initially,
Mhm.
especially with the wings. You kind of like arch your back a little bit, stretch out.
It's always
Okay.
easier to sleep without wings.
Yeah. And you kind of curl up and go to sleep.
Excellent.
Tusker, quick, hit her with a fireball.
Grizzle, did you get anything outside, or did you just curl
No,
up? With,
just went to-
Ogre?
Yep, just curled up with Ogre.
You guys all will have a long rest. Kivosh, you are kind of like locked in that moment that I described. From your perspective, you don't know how long it was. Seemed like forever. You kind of gasp awake as like the sun's rising, and like sit straight up from the floor. Nuke, Tusker, you see this. Grizzle, you wake up outside. Jinx, you start coming to in your room around the same time. The sounds of the tavern kind of getting going in the morning being the impetus for most of you to wake up. But yeah, Kivosh, throw it over to you first as you kind of like gasp awake.
He would quickly look around the room, and if he noticed that his stirring hadn't woken anyone else up yet, he would try and like quickly and quietly leave the room and go downstairs to eat something.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Yeah, sure, great.
Hey, you're the one who said quickly and quietly.
As quietly as he can.
To be fair, he also said we were already
8. 8's not
woken up.
higher than either of their passives, so like you guys notice Kivosh wake up and slip out of the room.
Cool. Nuke would immediately call, "Calm down, dude. I'm trying to sleep."
So Kivosh, you like slip out of the room, head downstairs.
As the rest of the party kind of heads in for the morning, he would just kind of play it off as, you know, just being his normal, like, jovial self, and like he doesn't understand that anything, or if they try to bring it up, he'd be like, "Oh, I was just exhausted and I needed a good rest."
You were more than exhausted.
Are you
were out
downstairs?
cold.
Are you downstairs,
Oh.
sir?
Oops.
I mean, he said as the rest of the party strolls in, so I think they were following you downstairs.
Okay, fine. Well, it's not like I'd be like, as they come downstairs, I'd be like, "Oh yes, by the way."
By the by.
No, I think before that, Nuke would probably check the other room to see if Jinx came back up, considering she didn't follow any of them. Probably just do this like morning stretch, barge in. Obviously, no knocking, because why
door's
bother?
locked.
He like just walks into it, then like goes to twist the knob and just, and just ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Start blowing
You
on it.
hear Nuke outside your door.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh. Who is this?
It's Jinx?
Oh. Thought it sounded like you.
Yes. Can I help you? Do you need something? I'll be out in a second.
Occupado.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And then and then Nuke grabs the key.
How do?
Assuming it's still in their room. Didn't Freean put a key under the door?
Jinx took that key. That's how she.
I
got
didn't
into
take the
this
key.
room. Someone had to get the key
Nuke-
to get into this room.
Nuke
that
grabbed
you-
it from the door. I just thought it was like a lock from the inside.
Oh,
True, I
okay.
did say that. Yeah, he like grabbed it, opened it, blew in his
Yeah,
face, and then
you have the key, Nuke.
oh. And okay, so yeah, the back to that, Nuke would just be like, "I would just, where were you? You didn't come up last night."
Wait, you just opened the door?
Yeah, now, yeah, like as he's saying that, he's just like,
I would. I would like dive back under the covers and be like, I'm just tired.
Like, are you like fully under? Like,
Like
Deep
full,
fort?
like just, yeah.
okay, blanket fort for Jinx. Talking. to
Like
you
as
from
soon
under the
because as
covers.
soon as he like opened the door, I would have like dove, like,
Yeah. Okay.
because I would probably would have been headed towards the door, like.
Yeah. Okay, so this is interesting. So, like, Nuke's not. You have no idea that Nuke's gonna open the door.
None.
So here's what we're gonna do. So
Oh no.
Nuke's action is like the trigger because he's opening the door first. You can't react until the door opens.
Oh, what?
So
Well, this is getting spicy.
yeah. So Nuke, what's your passive perception?
11.
11. Okay. So Jinx, you're going to roll two things. Okay. You're gonna roll I'm gonna let you roll a dex save to see how quickly you can react to like the door opening. 10. Okay. Not great. So don't worry. There's more. There's more.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it gets worse.
So Jinx,
Oh no.
now you're going to roll a stealth check.
But he knows she's in there.
12
Yeah. Okay.
to see how well
So-
she's hidden. You mean,
Is that
basically-
against his like active perception though? Like, does he have to roll?
Hold on. We'll get there. So,
Ah.
Nuke, you like put the key in the lock and like swing the door open. Jinx, you're like stepping towards the door, expecting to like head out to the hallway in a second, as the door starts like cracking open, you're like, fuck, and like turn and try and like dive back to the bed. But you're like slow. Nuke's like halfway in the door by the time you like realize, because it's like so preposterous. Why would anyone just come into the locked door? So Nuke, your passive
Why wouldn't they?
sees this like gray streak just kind of like dive under the covers. The 12 means you at least get all of yourself under the covers. There's no like limbs or appendages sticking out. So Nuke, you see this like gray flash just like dive into the bed under the blankets. And then Jinx is like, I just was so tired.
Sold it.
It's like, we all were. Let's go.
Yeah.
Kivosh is up, and I think he'll have wild stories from last night. He passed out like a rock.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. I'll be right there.
You can just go right now.
Uh-huh. I'll try and change under the sheets.
Yeah. So you start like shifting, and Nuke, from your perspective, it's like someone's like playing like some weird like, you know, one of those like
Wacky waving
dancey,
inflatable arm flowing
wild
tube man.
noodles, like under the blankets, because you just see the blanket start to like raise up and like branch and like drape out as Jinx's huge wings like kind of start pushing the blankets away, and you start to see like it get lifted up. You can see Jinx's like colorful like outfit and attire.
So he would have, at that point, realized, I just thought he would have, like, the gray streak, I'm assuming he would have noticed, wasn't, like, the same size as she darted over?
Same size, but like
There
nothing
were no
about Jinx is
wings.
gray.
There was no. Yeah.
And as you see,
Okay.
and Jinx like kind of like comes out from under the blanket. Jinx has totally white gray hair. Like
Nuke just, like, you just hear, like, and he just, like, closes his eyes and, like, tries to run for the door, but because he's holding his hands over both his eyes, he, like, runs straight into the wardrobe and just, like, just, like, falls down on the floor. He's, like, almost concusses himself.
yeah. So you see Jinx and like looks exactly like Jinx, except that the hair is like as if someone forgot to color it in.
Nuke, are you okay?
Jinx,
That's not the door.
You see Nuke
Oh.
head plant into a armoire.
I
I
knew
thought
that.
we were
That was
going.
on. It was just a game. Yep. It's a little gray. I mean, it's a nice day. And like Nuke's like getting back up on his feet.
Wait,
Little
what?
Gray.
What?
Nuke, did you
Are
see
you
my
okay?
pubes?
Oh, I think I hit my head really hard when I came in here. You were gray, and then the blankets danced, and now your hair's white.
My hair is white?
Jinx, you like look down
Ye-
and like, shit.
How long does that take?
Like, does she actually look down and shit? Or were you just like,
Nuke runs into the wardrobe
What
again.
color? What color is it?
It's an entire action.
Yeah. So 6 seconds.
Yeah, Nuke's just standing there with like the Stewie Griffin, like just kind of like jaw dropped and just like, and he's like, "Your hair's white."
You'll watch as it like it's almost like somebody like poured paint down and it like transforms into purple. Like normal.
Whoa! How hard did I hit my head?
I think pretty hard. The wardrobe is pretty sturdy. Normally you break stuff
Did
when you
you-
run into them.
Can you do that to me?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Okay.
I'll try casting command on him to believe.
He knows you do
To
it,
believe
though.
what?
He knows you do it.
Shh, to believe.
That you
Okay.
can fly.
That you can touch the sky.
Yeah.
Link,
Think about it
Link,
every night and day.
Nuke.
Not Link.
Sooner
Not Link.
or later, you're gonna
not
fly
Link,
away.
not Link.
Yeah, make a wisdom save.
No.
Fucking Shazam!
Okay, and I will
Wait, so Nuke would know at this point that
Hold on. I have
gift of Gabbit. I'll gift of Gabbit and be like, your shell is blue. It's now blue. It's blue now. But it's only gonna last for like a couple seconds. So maybe we can do it again. The next time we all wake up and we can show the group.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so, Nuke, from your perspective, you said, can you do that to me? And Jinx, the next thing Jinx said was, your shell is now blue. It'll last for a couple seconds. You have no recollection of
I
Jinx
don't-
saying anything about believe. Because,
yeah,
Jinx,
but
do you want to
what
say
I
that
have-
other thing to the chat? Just to... And that's why you don't remember.
wouldn't I get another spell save on that?
No,
Or
'cause
another
the
check?
Gift of Gab affects her. And
Oh, that's an
because
OP spell. It just
and because command, if there was like somatic components, you would have seen Jinx do them. But because there's no gestures, it's just verbal.
but there's no defense on Gift of Gab.
Correct.
Correct, but it has to be something that she says can only affect people that are within 5 feet of her, and it's a level 2 spell slot. And it only works if the only thing that she is messing with is stuff that she said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so stressed right now.
All right, so
What did you say you saw, Nuke?
that you remember.
I mean, yeah, he was like, he already kind of was like, now that he's like, I think he already like didn't want to talk about it, and he's already put it out, and he was like, I said, have a nice gray. And then he blows in Jinx's face, and then he runs back into the next room and starts running downstairs.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. Amazing. Yep.
And then as soon as he gets down to the bar, he says, guys, my shell is blue.
You guys look at Nuke's shell. It is in fact not blue.
God.
I'll have what he's having.
I haven't had anything yet.
So you guys get downstairs. Kivosh is down there first. Jinx, you head downstairs as well.
Eventually.
Okay. Having collected yourself.
Yep.
Grizzle, you heading inside?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are all gathered downstairs.
Nuke slaps Kivosh in the back again with like another powerful like a and goes, "Hey, Kivosh, what a night!"
Kibosh have
things
to
were
say?
fine.
If you're talking, you're on mute, Kodo.
Oh no, I hit him too hard this time. He's dead.
Hola, Senor Kodo.
He just hits his head off the bar counter and just.
Nah.
Oh my god! Keep
I'm
on.
assuming that nothing bad happened to Grizzle outside.
No. No.
Nice.
Kodo?
Senor Kodo. Hola.
Kodo
Oh,
has left
wait.
the island.
Hold on, Trevor. I have to send you something for clarification.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh.
Is that
You
right?
sure would.
Oh no!
Okay, so
I don't go downstairs.
What
well,
happened?
no, we have to like retcon it because like
Oh no!
we gotta go back because that's
Alright,
like,
Nuke's back upstairs. What has happened?
that's a notable change. Okay, so
Woo!
Nuke, Jinx like stretches, the blankets like cascade off, her wings are there all unfurled, hair like stark white. You point out,
It-
Jinx, like your hair's white.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I hope you had a nice night.
I'm trying something new.
What you say?
I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So Jinx tells you, Nuke, she's trying something new.
What are you trying?
Apparently, white hair.
Why?
'Cause
What's your
When?
What's your modifier to insight, Nuke?
1. Just a 1.
So your passive insight's 11. Like Jinx seems like super uncomfortable. Like
Does it hurt?
no.
You just you look not comfy.
Uh-huh. You know what? It looks like it makes you uncomfortable. Why don't you go downstairs? I will take some like a minute or two. I will fix it and then I will be downstairs.
I meant you look uncomfy. I'm comfy.
You ran into a wardrobe. When yeah.
I sure did.
Why don't you know what? Well, You smell that? Boy, smells delicious. Why don't you go downstairs? And I will.
Please just fucking leave.
It's just
Smells
I'll be
pretty.
down there in like a
You
few
You did
minutes.
shit, didn't you? You absolutely did look down and shit. It does not smell delicious. It's like, I don't smell anything. Maybe feet. It's not delicious.
Okay, Jinx will get like frustrated. She'll drop it, and then like 6 seconds, and she'll she'll do it the right way.
Okay, so Nuke, you're like having this conversation with Jinx, still trying to wrap your head around this like white hair that Jinx has, and for a split second,
It's in there.
I have to put up
The art. Oh,
so I can put it on the map and zoom into it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So for a split second, Nuke, the figure that is who you have spent your entire like awakened life knowing as Jinx looks like this. No wings, white hair, roughly the same proportions, all like kind of like gray features though. And you watch as kind of this like all of the color from Jinx's wings and like her clothing and everything just kind of like almost like drips away and just kind of is like shed off as this different figure is left standing there. And then like almost in reverse, you watch like the color kind of like flow up from Jinx's feet, start to kind of like recolor her in and like brighten as it like kind of cascades and wreaths like up her like legs and like torso. The wings like sprout out in that like iridescent like shimmer as you see the purple hair start to like trace and like kind of cascade over her shoulders back up to around her head. And you watch this like transformation over like 12 seconds play out.
Yeah, Nuke's just got that like hyperfixed stare going on of just like intensifies. And then probably right around the time it finishes, I think Nuke would be like, it smells delicious, and then cover his eyes and try to run for the door in the next room, but then probably again just miss it and like careen into the door frame, and just like again just like blindsided. And but this time I feel like when he hits the ground, he's like it like just pops into his turtle shell as he's like.
I'm done. So
I would just walk over and just be like, "It's okay, Nuke. I change into lots of things. Remember?"
Nuke just
Like
like pops his head
like-
out and like looks at
Remember
Jinx and
like
like
the
pops it back
giant
in.
snake? Remember the giant snake I turned into on the docks? And you remember the little rat that I turned into to sneak into the library? And you remember the little tiny
Uh-huh.
spider I turned into to crawl over the rock and accidentally scared all the people?
Yeah, but those are like not people.
Well, I can turn into people too. I just prefer turning into animals because they're more helpful.
You can turn into people?
Yes. Do you want me to turn
Oh,
into something
that's
that looks
awesome.
like you one
Do
time?
me.
Okay.
Yeah, do me.
Okay. Okay. So I'll step back, and I will drop it again, and then shift into a turtle.
a turtle or Nuke? It has to be someone you've met.
Hold on. But no, there's a piece of it, right?
It could be. It could be.
You can't duplicate the appearance of an individual you've never seen,
Yeah.
and you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangements of the limbs you have. So, like, it could be based on Nuke, but it wouldn't be identical. Right? Because it has to match my limbs.
Well, no, like
But it
you
looks
I don't
like
have
Nuke.
a tail.
You can't turn into a centaur.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You have to turn into a person you've seen. You just can't turn into a person that has a different limb configuration than you, even if you've seen
Yeah, but it doesn't have to look like identical to Nuke, but I could
Oh,
if
no,
I
it's
wanted
identical.
to. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
So there we
it
go.
has to
I look
be
like Nuke.
identical to someone. Yeah.
Got it.
So
Whoa.
yeah, identical in like every way.
Nuke like tries to do like the like mirror thing, being like, "Whoa, oh man!" If you're matching it, then he's absolutely losing his beans, and then he's like, "Oh my god, Nuke! I've heard so much about you. You're so cool."
Oh my god.
Was that the laugh?
I want to show you this cool. Well, can I show you a cool thing that someone taught me? Okay, cool. Nuke blows in Nuke's eyes.
Yep. I do it back.
Oh, finally, someone did it back. Oh, you're the best, Nuke.
And then I'll give him a thumbs up and I'll drop it. And then I'll immediately change into Jinx again.
Oh boy.
Congratulations, he's used up all his spell slots and it's not even in the morning.
All right. So
Okay, I feel like Nuke would immediately like reset, like as soon as she changes back, like the fun is gone again, and he's right back to like, holy shit! He's like, what just happened? He's like, oh.
I told you I can turn into people. I could turn into Nuke anytime you want me to.
Okay, I gotta say it.
Oh.
If Nuke's not thinking about having sex with himself, I don't think he's playing Nuke.
what else you got on that ship?
Yeah, I think Nuke just like slowly starts backing up. At this point, like it's been a roller coaster, and I think he's left in a state of like a bit of petrification about all the shit he just saw. He's just like mumbles to himself as he's like kind of backing up. He's like, "I gotta stop drinking."
All right. So, Jinx, Nuke descends for the kind of
Oh, I'm like immediately following.
yeah, as normal Jinx.
Yep.
Yeah. So you
Purple
guys
hair
make-
and all.
Yeah, you make it down. Kivosh is at a table down there. You guys see Nuke come down looking kind of shaken. Jinx following not too far behind. Kivosh. Everyone kind of like looks to you as they kind of assemble around the table.
You're awake? I heard you had a fun night.
A fun night. Oh, yes. Yeah. Like, just sip at his like hot tea or whatever it is he's drinking in the morning. So, did we hear like Jinx and the Nuke altercation upstairs?
No.
Okay. I just imagine
You probably
'cause Nuke's
heard a
very
few loud thuds.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
heard,
probably
like,
just heard a few thuds as Nuke
Nuke
ran
running
into fucking
shit. Yeah.
solid objects at full speed.
Nuke,
Uh,
you alright? You appear to have a bit of a, like point to his forehead.
Nuke just like he's like looking off for like in a different direction, and then after like a good like 5 seconds, he just looks towards Kivosh. He's
Are you okay, Nuke? You look like you bumped your head.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He ran into a wardrobe and the door frame.
Oh no, is he alright?
He seems to be okay.
Well, let us know if you need us to check you over.
I was seeing white. I mean, I was up all night Whoa,
You
what?
were seeing double for a little bit too, weren't you? 2 nukes, huh?
Yeah, guys. There was. He's like leaning in. There was a whole other me upstairs. He blew in my face.
Oh? Did you manage to figure out which one of you is the greatest?
I didn't realize that this
Nuke
place actually
is like-
offered that service.
Kivosh's question, Nuke like laughs for a second and then gives the most like disappointed look to like why didn't he think he's like, oh.
We'll
That's a
ask
good
him next
point.
time. We'll ask him next time, okay?
Okay. What?
Paranoid Nuke is so hilarious.
Okay. So, you guys are milling about with your meal. A few moments later, Jinx, you notice it first. You hear like a tiny little like yip, and you see the bartender, different one than was working last night, come up with PB under an arm and scroll in hand. Something for of a delivery for you, ma'am.
I reach for a PB.
Like has the scroll outstretched and like relinquishes the dog.
Yeah. I do the like puppy belly and like puppy breath.
Yeah, PB like snuggles in, gives you a couple like licks as you're like trying to pet her. Does the puppy chew on your hand?
Yeah. See the cutest.
I believe you had inquired about this as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You hear
Nuke leans into Kivosh. He's like, I saw a nice old lady.
A nice old lady.
In the other room.
In which room? The one, Nick, and he'll like describe the one that's like next to ours that we weren't using. In room.
And like a
238.
slightly pouty face as he's holding the like probably now massive sized goose egg on his forehead. He's
Yeah.
just like,
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the one.
that one.
Oh well, I hope she didn't give you a fright. You have a bit of a bump here on your head. If I mean, is it worth using a spell to like heal a bump on Nuke's head? Do I have something I can do
Aw.
that? Could cure
That's so
wounds.
nice.
You didn't take damage,
Your bump.
and it doesn't fix bruises. Technically speaking.
I
Nor scars.
will pull out a solvent that I imagine Kivosh would have with some herbs and holy water and like a topical cream, like Bengay or something. And, like
Kivosh, give me a history check. It's a pretty
we have no tools.
it's a pretty high DC, but give me a history check anyway.
Hey, can I fill my alchemy jug with Bengay? Is that a thing I can do?
Better than water and sand.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
Kivosh gets up and runs full tilt into a wardrobe.
Right?
Lights are on, but no one's home.
He just looks at Nuke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's most-
Just
Thanks,
looking-
it feels
looking
better.
you over. It's like I'm looking
It's
you over,
trend.
and then I just get up and run the opposite direction.
Jinx, are you hanging on to PB?
Oh yeah, I'm just like,
I mean, are you returning PB?
oh, if I have to.
I mean, you don't have to at all. I'm just saying.
Is he like waiting for me to return her?
He kind of like looks.
I don't know. Is it?
like he's expecting you to return PB, but
Oh,
doesn't look.
I'll
like
give her
he's
some
gonna
like
force the issue.
I'll give her some like nose boops and some like kisses, and then I'll give her back.
He like just scoops her up,
Hey.
gives her some head scritches, and you hear just in your head as the bartender walks away, "We'll take good care of her."
You better.
You pick which town you're going to.
We haven't looked at the map yet. Hold on.
It's on the table beside you.
Great.
Like,
And then,
yeah.
where are we going?
So, I think you guys would know, like, collectively amongst your group, that Lantle Hills is certainly the fastest to get to. But not dramatically so. Because Lantle Hills, you would probably go overland. If you could secure a ship, you could sail around and make it to either the coast near Poverty, or go through the small channel between Alcaraj and where Osteron was, and sail up to the Orc lands as well. You could go, if you'd go by ship, you could go to either of those destinations. The Orc lands is definitely the furthest, even by ship.
But is it faster to get to Lanto Hills by boat or across the... By land,
Faster
or-
would probably be by ship.
Okay.
Provided there was a ship going. You don't know it, like, if you can secure a ship, but ship would definitely be faster.
How many days travel by land is Lantle Hills?
Probably a couple of weeks. Like if you go like straight across country. Like and that's like travel every day. Like a full travel day every day, no stops, probably 2 weeks.
And the water was how long?
On like a normal, like good ship, kind of similar to what you guys would have called like a, you know, a merchant vessel or something. Probably do it in 5, maybe 6 days.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if the recent sighting of the Sahagin would make ship travel unwise for us at the moment.
Or better, because then we could talk to them.
What if perhaps they don't wish to talk?
Then they shouldn't be approaching ships.
Where do
Isn't
we
that their
feel-
thing?
Where do we feel would be most beneficial for us to venture first?
Is that a you asking the party question?
Yes.
Eventually, I'd kind of like to return home north of Poverty and see what's become of my village 500 years later.
Which how far north of Poverty?
Couple days, I imagine.
For Koto's sake, why are we traveling again?
We were gonna do something, yeah.
Reconnect.
Spread
with
the
some of
word
other
or-
communities.
Oh, gotcha. We're
Uh,
making like contact.
What's the name of your village, Tuska?
I come
It's
from.
funny you ask, DM.
Eldast.
I come from Keldast.
Keldast, you say? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. We could, sure, we could totally go there. I vote
Are
for
you from there as
Keldast.
well? Are you from there
From
as well?
Keldast? No, not from Keldast. No, it sounds like a fun place. You
Okay, then.
know.
I mean, my village was wiped
Or-
out by Leonin marauders, but
What if perhaps
hope-
we venture to the furthest away and meet the others on our way back in?
I mean, sure. That's Orc country, right? That's where we're going to the nation of orcs. That's crazy. Usually
sounds the
those
most
guys,
unpleasant.
those guys kill each other before they get that organized.
Well, we're just meant to make contact, correct?
With the organization there, yeah. But that one's also the furthest away, so maybe we just like work our way up. Start with Lantle Hills.
Well,
Sure.
So, the things that I heard, the options, just to recap, there was start at the furthest and work your way back, start at the closest and work your way up, and people had some vested interest in checking out the area around Heldas. So, those are the options. That I
So
heard.
the
Specifically
question is,
Tusker.
do we go to Landel Hills by land or by sea?
See,
Sea is
were you
faster,
saying,
but
like-
likely
We're saying
Like
yes.
We'll
or
go to
Spanish,
land
or-
till hills.
Land till the hills.
Oh, ba-da-da.
it'd be
And
fun to
And
see a
go
major city.
past Keldast.
Sorry, what'd you say, Stacey?
I said it would be fun to see a major city.
Yeah. We can go to Lantle Hills or whatever this place is.
Honestly, it'd be nice
Sure.
to talk with like nice types of folks instead of like more scary types of folks, which is what the ogres would be, right? Or orcs. Probably both.
Oh yeah. Big brutes. Lots of muscles, lots of tusks. Yeah. Little
Mhm.
beady red eyes. Whew.
So, Lantle Hills then. Or
I don't know
the
that Jinx
Enclave.
I don't think Jinx outside of the orcs that you've seen in this town would have like ever really had any dealings with orcs.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no,
like,
she's solely basing it off of these interactions.
yeah. So like most of the orcs you saw here were like half orcs. Kraga being like an exception. There was a few like full orcs, but for the most part they were half orcs. Which kind of jives with the history that you guys have where
Yeah, but Jinx wouldn't know the difference.
yeah, where Golnak was destroyed. So there's not a lot of like pure blood orcs left in this part of the world. Grizzle, you would have certainly interacted with orcs. There's a good number of them in the Crystal Spires Mountains. And they do raid the surrounding area. I don't think anyone
Allegedly, Tuska. Allegedly.
I don't think anyone else would have had dealings with like any prominent group of orcs for sure. So that description that Grizzle gave, while like meta-wise probably is like only true on the physicality side, is believable to anyone who's who's hearing it.
Yeah, well, he's just sort of describing the orcs that, like, you know, weren't part of his tribe per se, but like part of the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Like they were not nice fellows. They did not ask you for your, to do your accounting.
Yeah.
We were also told that followers of the Dreamer can be found in Lantle Hills. So if we
Ooh,
wanted to
that's
pursue
true.
that thread, then that's something
What's
we
left
could
of
That would
that
be cool.
religion, if you will, is centered there.
Cool.
All right. So you
So are we
tell him-
going Lentil Hills first?
I agree. That's
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
that's what I'm voting for.
Okay.
I mean,
So where we going?
Nuke, did you want to say goodbye to your friend before we go?
yeah, the
What?
old lady.
The other
That
Nuke, maybe?
friend?
Luke just like violently shaking his head no, and then like stops for a second and side eyes Jinx, and then like starts violently shaking his head no again. I'm good.
Oh, all right. If we don't have any more
any-
preparations,
Anybody else you want to blow all over before we go?
Nuke blows in Grizzle's face.
Yeah. Nuke Grizzle sees Nuke coming. And he dodges. He's like, nope. Because Nuke would have to like bend down.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he
Alright.
though?
Wait, let's roll this out. Nuke would try to pick him up
So
and blow in his face.
All right.
No, put me down.
So, Grizzle, I'll give you advantage on your acrobatics or athletics check.
Ooh.
Nuke, athletics check to grapple.
Oh man, this is not gonna be great for me.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah.
three. Grizzle like dodges away from you. Like, get away from me.
Yeah.
You know what? For consistency, I feel like Nuke would have too much speed and probably just like runs right into a support beam. Just like again, face first. Just like just ends at 3-for-3 running into stuff in the
There you
bar.
go. Love it. All right. So on that note, you guys have kind of made your decision to go to Lantle Hills. All that's left is to figure out your method of travel. You see the bartender walking away with PB Jinx. You hear back in your mind, that sounds like a decision then.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear in your mind, just as the bartender kind of walks behind the bar, the contact you're looking for. Spell that right? I typed it out phonetically for you. Rionan. And you see this picture.
Stevie Nicks song.
You see this picture kind of accompany that name, Jinx, and it is this oddly kind of like burly looking gnome, like way different physicality than any of the gnomes that you've seen. This gnome looks like jacked.
Okay.
And that is where we'll call it for tonight. You guys have kind of
Nice.
wrapped up what you were trying to accomplish in Duskshore. You've got a destination in mind. Just have to figure out how you guys want to try and get to Lantle Hills. A couple weeks overland travel, or if you can try and secure a ship, you can do the trip in about 6 days.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, so we are back next Tuesday for Finders.
Whoop, whoop.
And appreciate everyone hanging out. Thanks for the resub, Kodo. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care,
Thanks.
everybody.